we're calling that tonneau shape, where the case actually bows out on either side there. This is a very expensive look in the watch industry. Let me tell you, when we put this watch on too, I mean, it just has an exceptional fit when you put the watch on also.
You know, we typically do these on straps, on leather straps. This bracelet
entirely
is awesome. So if you've always loved the Tonneau S1 Rally, but you've been waiting out, holding out for the bracelet version, okay, probably the fanciest bracelet that you're going to see all year. Oh, and the blue's gone. The blue is fantastic. It is sold out, and I think we're down to about 2 dozen only in the silver tone. That's a brand new price for this event only. Normally, you'd pay about $300 more. And you're going to find a lot of things to have fun with that $300, right?
That's right.
Super cool watch, incredible price. The value pays $33.33 to get it on your wrist. So in about 2 minutes, we're going to be online on our YouTube channel. Ryan's going to be chatting with you. All of our customers are going to be chatting for the 2-hour Power Play show, so we hope you can join us. The Power Play show is going to be insane. Bolt Zeus Tria, check. The Chaos back in the silver tone, check. The most popular holiday marvel, check. A Grand Diver, massive 54 millimeter with 467 diamonds. That's 2 carats of diamonds, and we're going down under $900 for the first time ever. And that's just the first hour of Power Play. 3 more hours of Invicta coming up for you. All right, so stay tuned. Justin Zimmer's in the house. He's going to be joining us as well at the top of the hour. And keep in mind, Ryan is going to be chatting with everyone on the YouTube channel. So go to YouTube. Go to the eBuy channel. Shop till you drop. eBuy.com is your best place, your best resource to find the very finest in Invicta timepieces. A lot of sale prices today, a lot of new today, and a lot going on behind the scenes. There's Justin. There's his high. Is that not Justin? Who is that? I don't know who that is. Look like Justin. There's Justin. Yeah, I see Justin. And Ryan. One Glove Jeff. We're back. All right, so I'm here as well. This is Power Play. If you want to watch the show, shop the show, and chat online with both Ryan Johnson and all of our customers, follow us right now. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can do that. We have a 2-hour Power Play show followed by 1 final hour of Invicta this evening. We want to welcome you into our holiday edition. This is heading really close to the new year, so if you're looking for a new year watch, we've got it for you. Well, the Jason Taylor Chaos is back after a 6-month absence. That's a long time to wait for a watch to come back in stock. And the silver tone has sold out every single time it has been on the air. Let's stand for a little bit. We'll stand for a little bit, and then we'll sit down a little bit later. The Bolt Zeus Tria is back with that Chaos in the silver tone expected to be gone. This is our #1 top-selling Marvel of the year from the holiday season, and they're all masks, and I think that's why you love it. If you want the Punisher, we have about 1 per state, so you have to lock that down. That's the only 2-tone bracelet. The bracelet on it is phenomenal. We have Tony Stark, Black Panther, the only dial we've ever seen with the Captain America mask. Normally, you only see the star. You've got the mask. And the coolest Spider-Man mask execution. Guys, that's a Bolt Zeus numbered limited edition for $279. Okay, if you don't call for this in the preview, you might miss out because I only have 75 pieces. This is a $2,500 2-carat massive 54 millimeter Grand Diver in an automatic featuring the TMI NH35A. Final quantities forever. I have 75, and there are 467 diamonds on that dial. And you're wearing it for $150, which I love. Okay, this is beautiful. I've never actually seen this before. It's my first time seeing it. This is our holiday recap section. Now, this is the largest watch Invicta makes in its reserve collection. It's called the Grand Octane. All of that dial has to be done by hand. So if you choose the gold tone execution, you are getting a mosaic of genuine tiger eye with mother of pearl. And if you choose the silver tone execution, you are getting black onyx with mother of pearl. It is strikingly beautiful, and that gold tone will be gone. Okay, I am so hyped for this X-Wing. So, first of all, X-Wing, one of the #1 top-selling watches of all time. This one is completely decked out. #1, automatic movement. Personally, I don't know that I've ever sold an X-Wing with an automatic movement. It's the first time I'm seeing it, but what really makes this a standout is the tinted crystal. Now, here's the problem. Brand new. In the black, there are 30. In the gold tone, there are 35. In the silver tone, 2 dozen.
I don't think we've ever done a gold tone timepiece with a tinted crystal either.
I think that's a fact, Jack.
Yeah.
Or Justin. Whatever your name is. Jason.
Whatever. Jason, Ryan, doesn't matter.
Okay, so the control room votes, we call you Jack tonight.
Jack.
All right, guys, load the phone lines up. I asked you to do this last time. I'm going to ask you to do it again. We want to hear from you during this Power Play show, 2-hour Power Play show. Justin Zimmer's with me. Ryan Johnson is right now currently on our Evine YouTube channel, chatting away. So if you have any questions, he'll give us a shout out, let you know what questions you have. So we're here. Justin's over there. Wave to everybody. I mean, Ryan's over there, or Jason, or Jack, or whomever. You can call us whatever you want to tonight. But we want to hear from you, and we want to know what you got for Christmas. What is your favorite watch that you got for Christmas? Or if you didn't get one, what you really wanted to get, and why you don't think you got it. Ooh. We want the juicy stories.
Yeah, we got to hear the dirt.
Because it's Power Play.
Yeah.
All right, so 3 years. 3 years it took Invicta to bring back the Tria, the Bolt Zeus Tria. It is a reserve watch beyond all other watches at $699. I can't believe this price. I think when we launched this originally, it was $1,500 and sold out instantly. At $699.99, since it's been MIA for 3 years, Justin, there are a lot of customers out there who likely have never seen this.
Oh, more than likely, yeah. I mean,
Right?
3 years, this is it. Now, there's a lot of engineering that goes into this build. This is coming off of the heels of the original Generation 1 Bolt Zeus, by the way, which already was 3 years in research and development. This, though, is not just combining 3 movements, hence the Tria, but it's heavily modifying that main movement as well. Think about this. In theory, this is what we wanted to do. We wanted to build a watch with multiple separate independent movements. So then when you think about the sidewalls on the Zeus, you have to get rid of those the crown and function pushers. It can't be sticking out at the 3 o'clock position. So what we've done is we've taken that highly sought after Ronda Mastertech caliber 8040N, modifying, rotating it inside the case, where now the crown and function pushers down at the 6 o'clock. Now, this is a feat of engineering by itself when we talk about expense, but it's also something very cool. You know, a lot of times we've never had a protection system like a locking crown guard on a Zeus. Now, there really is no need. There should probably be more watches built this way.
I agree.
That crown perfectly nestled in that lug system there at the 6 o'clock, and you're going to see the function pushers are almost looks like a different texture just on the case, but those are functioning function pushers on this design. So the one on the right will start and stop, and the one on the left will reset. Because you're going to notice when you look at the front of the dial, you can see that 8040N, but the way that it has been rotated. So 3 Swiss-made movements, the 8040N, Mastertech series, and then you have the 2 Ronda 1063s on the side, which can be independently set with the crowns on the bottom.
Here's the problem. Took 3 years to make 75 pieces.
Yeah.
We have 75 pieces available, and honestly, at $699, this is going to be Gonzville. I love how classic this is in terms of being a Bolt Zeus, but when you think about what was manipulated, what was changed about this, it's all for it's all for looks. I mean, this is
a collector's piece. You know,
Yeah.
more than likely, if you've just started collecting Invictas in the past 3 years, this is a watch you've seen maybe on wrist shots or just images, and you're like, man, where can I get this? And unfortunately, for the longest time, it was, you know what? We made it once and it disappeared. Now you're in luck. Here it is. This is a masterpiece. We talk about reserve all the time, taking art, engineering, architecture, pushing it right to the edge of what's possible anywhere near these prices. This goes even further than that. Absolute masterpiece. If you're a fan of Zeus, this is a must-have.
Yeah.
You know, you want to get those impressive watches in your dive case, you do it with this. You want to get into not only a unique build, something that's architecturally superior, but then you go even further with the design. This is that piece. Let's show you a little bit of the tech that goes
Before
into
you
this.
do that, I want to point out the regular price on this.
Okay.
Because our regular price is almost $1,900. Look at how much money. You're saving almost $1,200 if you can pick this up. If you'll notice, the price is only valid for this event. This is good for power play. We have 75 pieces. I would invest that $116 right now, because once these 75 sold out, and by the way, this has only received all and nothing but pretty much 5-star reviews.
Oh, it's a hands down perfect
It could be gone forever. It could be another 3 years. It could be another 10 years. We never know what Invicta has in store for us.
Yeah. No, I mean, this is big right here. So let's run through this real quick. You know the Zeus, so you have some of that DNA into this build. And we've even maintained, so you have the unidirectional rotating bezel where we suspended that cable work. It's beautiful. We've even maintained, this is something you think would disappear. Keep in mind, we've done some Empire designs over the years, or we've actually removed this whole area, and then you have that carving. So not only do you have that secondary movement, you can see that crown is right here, so you can independently set that very easy. But even though you have this custom, look at this custom bezel, it's held in place with the screws, custom crystal on here, it's all flame fusion, and then you still have the cable work. You still have the cable work that's been done. Expensive bracelet with the 3 cables that are done on there too. That is a custom bracelet design from the original. But now let's take a look at this movement. So typically when you're into that Master Tech from Ronda, that 8040N caliber, you're looking at it like this, right? But because it's modified, you're seeing that it's rotated inside the case. So this function pusher now will start and stop that chronograph. How cool is that design on this build? So start and stop on this side, very cool with that. Then you reset on that other side. Very responsive, by the way. You click that button, you can feel that design on the piece. But now look at all 3 dials are different. Main dial with that 8040N. New dial design done on this side. And keep in mind, that's that 1063. On this side, a different dial design. So we are highly modifying every design aspect on this piece. Let me throw it on my wrist just real quick. And I'm going to throw it on my wrist like I would be wearing it, so it's upside down to you right now. But remember, we were talking about that crown. Traditionally, if I'm wearing this watch, not only does it leave the crown out at the 3 o'clock position, which you could bump on a desk or door jamb, damage that crown, or, right, sometimes when you get into bigger models, what does it do? Digs into your wrist, right? Then you get that little scar right there, right? That scar design. Now look at this.
Scar design.
Scar design. It's a tattoo. But check this out. Now when it's like there, right there, you don't have to worry about that. It's like perfectly protected. It's not digging into your wrist. I mean, this is extremely cool. Reserve level quality. Man, look at that.
You know what it looks like? It looks like a designer watch that you would see when you go into a high-end booth at the Basel Watch Fair. It's on a turntable, right? And you're paying thousands and thousands of dollars. There's no other watch company in the world that builds feature specs like this at affordable prices like this. Nobody. And what's important to note is they are wearable. Look at the way that curves on Justin's wrist. Yes, it's a beast of a watch.
It's a little
but
thicker
you know
than
what?
the original, too.
It is absolutely positively wearable.
Oh, for sure.
So at $116.67 gets it home. You can read the reviews on our website at evine.com and look at the dates on the reviews, because this has been MIA for over 3 years. November of 2015 is the last time this was seen on the air. And when we originally launched this, I think it was like $1,499.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
And it completely sold out.
I mean, the engineering that takes place. I mean, you guys already know the Zeus. It's one of the most to this day, still one of the most complex designs we've ever built in our history. This is what Kendi is talking about. This one takes it further. You have a beautiful curvature, the perfect curvature on the case back. You're going to see the crowns done right here on both sides as well on this piece. Now the thickness. If you've worn a Bolt Zeus before, you're absolutely into this, not a problem. This is a 52 millimeter case size. If you've never tried a Bolt Zeus before, I would say, Sub-Aqua Specialties are 52s. You might have one of those. Sub-Aqua Venoms, those are 52s. Typically, though, you're at 20 millimeters or a little bit less, 19, 20 millimeters. This one, 24 millimeters in thickness, so it does sit higher up off the wrist. But then it's vastly more important that the case is built properly and the bracelet's built properly, too. So it has that beautiful fluidity to it, so it's comfortable on your wrist. I mean, other watches that come to mind, there might be 1 or 2 watches that are thicker than this. in our collection. You know, the Hydromax comes to mind. The Hydromax, that's like almost 30 millimeter stick. That's 24 millimeter stick. This is engineering at its finest, plus one of those almost pieces that's impossible to attain.
Yeah.
Right? You're looking for this watch all day long.
I want to give you an update, 4 dozen.
What?
With the number that we have in
Left?
process right now, 4 dozen. So if this is in your web cart online at evine.com, it's not reserved for you. Not even for a millisecond. Let's say you're in the ordering process, you're ready to hit the submit or the confirm button. If somebody hits that button first, you're out of luck. And you might be out of luck forever. You might be out of luck for years and years and years. And there's no one else out there that I know of offering this watch at a price like this and gives you an opportunity to get it home on your wrist and walk out of the store after investing $116.67. And that's what Value Pay is all about. With Value Pay, the tax and the shipping and handling goes on the first payment, and then your other 5 payments after that are all $116.67. We're going to check in with Ryan here, hopefully in a minute or two, see if anyone has any questions, see what's going on YouTube. Ryan is chatting on YouTube. The great thing about Power Play is that for the 2 hours of Power Play, we simulcast on YouTube. So you can watch the show, shop the show by clicking down, and you can also chat. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button, and you can chat with all of our other customers along with Ryan. We're going to go to the phone lines real quickly, and we're going to say to Mohammed in Virginia. Mohammed, welcome to the program, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. How are you?
Thank you. Wonderful. Are you doing well?
I'm very well, thank you. Hi, Justin and Ryan.
Hey, Ryan, say hi.
Hi, Mohammed.
Ryan says hi. Mohammed.
So you asked what I got myself for Christmas. I got myself the magical Bold Zeus diamond, 2 tones.
Wow.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Yes. And I have 2 specialties on the way, master calendars.
Yeah.
They're sold out now.
How long have you
Yeah.
been collecting?
Since Thanksgiving 2014, that will be 40 years. And around 130 watches now.
Wow. Do people
Yeah,
stop
that's-
you and ask you about them, Mohammed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Curiosity, yes.
Yeah.
The size and the color and the build, absolutely. Impressions, you can see it in their face in restaurants or where I go play with the guys and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well,
And that Tria you have on TV now, it's one of the best Zeus ever made. I have it in multiple colors. It's
wonderful.
amazing watch. Nobody should miss out on it.
That's true. Well, Mohammed, we want to
Absolutely.
thank you so much for taking
you
the
for the
time out of
call.
your night to share your story with us and have fun
So,
with that Diamond Bolt Zeus.
You do have a screw down crown here as
Okay.
well. Very cool watch. Hopefully you can get into this. I would say that Ryan and I could take credit for this because we've had a couple of meetings. We've been bringing back some exciting styles from the past, and this is one we spoke about.
This is.
The Tria.
That's right.
And
This is it.
we probably want to check in with Ryan at some point, see what's happening on YouTube. Guys, how many of the Bolt Zeus Tria are left? Oh, 43! 43 Bolt Zeus Trias. Guys, get on the phone lines. Well, our number 1 top-selling Marvel of the holiday season is honestly the best Marvel deal in our inventory. It's not the lowest price, but it's the best deal because, guys, this is a Bolt Zeus on a bracelet. Even if it weren't a Marvel numbered limited edition, it would be a great price. And it's the only Marvel with all mask designs. All masks. Here, bring it over. I don't want that to fall off.
There we go. That's good.
Oh, no. The silver tone X-Wing automatics already sold out. Guys, this might sell out without an airing. Number 1, we never show X-Wings that are automatics, hardly ever. And Justin said it's the first tinted crystal he's ever seen on a gold tone timepiece. So automatic X-Wing with a tinted crystal. Guys, that price is only good for this show. And we have fewer than 2 dozen in the black, fewer than 2 dozen in the gold tone. That you need to get in the preview, like right this very second. We promised you that all heck was going to break loose. We promised you some chaos. Look at the chaos on this table. Look at the chaos on that table. Look at all the watches that we haven't even gotten to over the course of our show today. Ryan Johnson is now joining us. We're going to send it back over to the YouTube table here in just a little bit. But we've got to share with you the chaos next. This is the Jason Taylor piece When it debuted, it was highly, highly anticipated, sold out instantly. And guess what we have back in stock? The Silvertone execution. The Silvertone execution tends to sell out every time it's on the air. You choose black, which is really combat, or Silvertone at 57% off. Ryan, this has been MIA since June, so it's been 6 months since we have been able to get this back in stock again. It's football season for those of you who are Jason Taylor fans. That Hall of Famer. This is actually a Jason Taylor execution, which means it's a number limited edition.
Correct, to $9.99.
And it will be delivered to you in Jason Taylor's 3-slot dive case as well. So what a great presentation.
Well, totally. The upgraded packaging that goes along is a $49 value in of itself that you're actually getting into tonight. And the Chaos is actually really cool because this is a design from one of our other brands called Imperious from a number of years ago.
Right.
And it's actually, Justin was responsible. He talked to the team and said, we got to bring back the Chaos. And they were a little bit hesitant. It's like, no, you have to bring it back. And so we have, and it's been a tremendous success because we have a lot of new collectors that we've just been growing here over the last couple of years. So you may have never seen this design before. I want you to look at the bracelet. The bracelet is so unique. You can just see the different pins that are actually going through the different color, the black pins that go through, and then how the bracelet is extremely fluid, different polishing techniques that go along for this multi-link design that will just wrap around your wrist and deliver an exceptional fit and feel when the watch is on the wrist. Then the bezel. It's like that large gear, that cog that goes around, unidirectional rotating bezel. All the Arabic numerals in 5-minute increments are actually raised up from the remaining portion of the bezel, which is in a flat finish or a matte finish, and highly polished for all those numerals that go along with the timepiece. Then on the inside, each one of the registers, typically they're below the main portion of the dial. These are actually raised up that you'll see. And there's a little bit of a transparent portion where you can see the date aperture window, which actually extends mostly around the entire timepiece on the inside. And then I like the design that we've created into for the individual hour markers at those different odd angles that actually give that three-dimensional effect also.
Just look at this shot.
It's great.
If you've never shopped Invicta before, you've probably never seen a watch with this kind of dimension, with this many special features. I do want to show you the case back real quickly, and then we're going to go to the phone lines. But guys, if you want the Silvertone, you have got to be on it. Jason Taylor, Hall of Famer, one of the nicest guys you could ever meet in your entire life, won the Walter Payton Award, which says a lot about not only his skill as a football player, but also a lot about his character as well. Your number will be on the back, and only you will have your number. And I'm guessing that we're getting really, really close to the final quantities on these because we have sold a lot of these Chaos. We're down to 100 each. 100 in the black, 100 in the Silvertone. It is selling out. We're going to go to the phone lines and talk to Team Zubak. The Zubaks were on the cruise with us last February, and I believe are going to be on the cruise with us again. And Mr. Zubak actually won, I think, the costume award. He was the Hulk.
Yeah,
Didn't he win
right.
the costume award on the last cruise? There's Team Zubak, John and Sandy. Hi, guys. How you doing?
Hello. How you doing?
Terrific. Happy holidays.
Oh, you know what? I know. I got about 30 seconds before you get the hook out on me, so I'm gonna make it quick.
Okay.
I am just short of breathing into a paper bag right now because I picked up one of my Grail pieces. I know I got the diamond watches, but you know something? I've been salivating it for a year and a half, waiting for that Tria, full Tria Silvertone. And then the wife goes, "Tell Kenny that I got the X-Wing and I got it before he sold it out." So she got that one. And then you just had to put up the Chaos. And you know what? Now I'm ready to definitely I need a shot or two. So we bought 3 monsters tonight, and I can't even wait to wear them on the cruise.
Well, you guys are going to be good looking on the cruise.
Oh, my God. We're so excited. I'm so tickled about that Tria. And I just, all the stars have aligned tonight. And I never expected the Chaos at all. I kind of gave up on that thing because I didn't think it was like they said. Like Ryan was saying, I didn't think it was coming back.
Yeah, it's a heck of a show.
The band, you know what? It's not, you hit it right on the head. It's the dimension of it and the different depths, but it's also that band is like no other. I mean, it's just, it's ridiculous. It's awesome.
Wonderful.
So anyways,
Do you guys have
I'll
a
let
good
you guys
holiday?
go. I just wanted to tell you guys I loved you guys and love the timepieces. And you know what? And we'll see you in about 8 more weeks.
Thanks, guys. Happy New Year.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. Okay, somebody schooled poor John that he had to talk quick and leave.
That's true.
Sandy didn't even get on the phone lines. They are longtime customers. They are our Invicta Cruise team. You can join them on Invicta Cruisers on Facebook. A shout out to all of our great. Did you see Richard Oso, his post today?
I didn't see that. What did he post?
He got to meet a very famous rock and roller.
Oh, very
Yeah.
cool.
Posted a picture.
I'll have to
He's
check
one
that
of
out.
our Invicta fans, one of our Invictaholics. We're going to go back to the phone lines, this time out to Florida, and say good evening to Derek. Derek, welcome to the program tonight. Happy holidays.
Hi, how you doing?
Terrific. How are you?
I'm great. How are
Doing some shopping?
I picked up the Tria.
Nice.
Oh, you are so going to love that, Derek.
Yeah, I've been collecting for about, I don't know, 5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
I probably have about 30 watches right now.
Nice.
Fantastic. Well, are you a Bolt Zeus fan? Do you have other Bolt Zeuses?
Yes, yes.
Well, you might have to put those away for a while once you get the Tria home.
You know what? I've been waiting for this watch for 3 years now.
Yeah, yeah. Well, please call us, Derek, once you get it home and let us know what you think.
I will.
Terrific. Well, you have a happy new year. You have big plans?
No, I had a stroke, so please bear with me. I talked to you guys probably about a couple months ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I forgot what I want to say, but I love the watch. I love the watches, period. So,
Well, we so appreciate your call tonight, Derek. Happy New
Yeah.
Year. We can't wait to hear what you think about that Boat Zeus tree in the
Feel free to
future.
call back anytime.
Yeah.
Derek. Yeah.
All right. That silver tone, flying out the door. Not that the Combat isn't. The Combat's also very popular. But for some reason, the silver tone in this design, and I think it's because the three-dimensional quality of the bracelet, of that serrated bezel, of the dial, it just really pops in the silver tone
Well,
execution.
it definitely does. It does have that great pop that goes along with it. Nothing against that Combat Edition. That's a great color choice that goes along with the timepiece for you. But you can just see a little bit more clearly with the silver tone, with the contrast that goes along with the black pins that go down for the first three links of the timepiece. You can also see Invicta on the bottom portion of the case, the south end. And then, check this. I'm going to hold everything in the shot. When you rotate the watch 180 degrees, you'll be able to see there's the JT logo at the very top. Here's the case back that you'll be able to see. It has a JT logo. Sorry about that, guys. This will be where your numbered limited edition will be on the case back there out of 999. This happens to be number 27 that makes up this watch. But you know, when I have this watch on the wrist too, it just fits perfectly on the wrist. And when our design team is creating, you know, an unusual, exotic design such as this, the first thing that they want to consider are the ergonomics, what the comfort level is that goes along with the watch. Just as Derek, who's been collecting for 5 years out there, John and Sandy, that they have hundreds of timepieces from us. You know, we want the watches to not only look awesome, but we want to have that comfort factor that goes along with the timepieces also, because something can look great and cool, but if it doesn't fit well and delivers comfort on the wrist, it's a little bit more difficult to wear. And that's why that's a big primary factor when we're designing all of our different timepieces.
This looks great on TV, but I'm going to make you a personal guarantee. In person, it's insane.
Yeah.
There's a certain amount of detail and depth and dimension to the dial that you can't even really grasp on television. So if you want the chaos, the cool thing is it's a numbered limited edition. We are getting very close to the end of that numbered limited edition of only 999 pieces made for the world. It's very boy, it's very geary, it's very guy. Not that the gals can't wear it, you can certainly wear it because that bracelet's very fluid. But it is a piece designed by Jason Taylor for the guys. The amount of detail in this, I think you could wear this and look at it for a month and still find new things in it as you're wearing it.
Well, that's it, and that's the attention to detail that we have. Look at how the bracelet, it just slithers really over my finger here, and just think about if it fits on my finger, how it's going to fit then on your wrist when you have this watch on. The upgraded scissor style deploying closure, that's a part of the timepiece also. And then too, I mean, just that unique design where you can see the 3 different elements that rise up from the main portion of the dial to dictate to you your perpetual seconds, your 30-minute chronograph, day of the week, and also your date of the month. But the great thing, too, is when you undo the crown here with the 200 meters of water resistance, when I adjust the date window, look at what happens. You can actually see it moving all the way around on the inside of the dial through that semi-transparent main portion of the dial of the watch.
All right, so if you want this, you've got to be really quick to dial. How many in the silver tone? 80. We brought in 150. We have 80 left, so they're half gone already. First show, first couple minutes.
Yep.
It's going to be gone tonight. So if you want the silver tone version, it took us 6 months to get this back in stock. Invicta might say, that's it for you guys. The rest are going out around the world.
Yeah, could
Invicta,
be.
Distributes all around the world, or maybe they're already gone. Maybe we got the final 150. I can tell you this, the silver tone, if you want it, you've got to nail it down tonight. The value pay to get it home, which is one of the 6 easy monthly interest-free payments you will make as you're wearing it, are available for tonight's show. Thanks, Ryan. And Ryan, we'll check in with Ryan here in just a little bit, too, and find out what's happening on YouTube. Uh-oh. 3 years. Derek and John Zubek waited to get the Bolt Zeus Tria back. 3 years. 3 dozen left. 3 dozen. Invest that $116.67 and get that home ASAP. Oh, brand new. No, I'm in awe. Brand new lowest price ever. 2 carats of diamonds. Over 400 diamonds in that oversized 54-millimeter Grand Diver. Also an automatic. It might be the lowest price we've ever done on a 2-carat diamond Invicta.
I would think it would be.
I think it is.
Yeah.
And not a lot. Dozens, not hundreds. Dozens, not hundreds. All right, before we get there, we're going to head back to our Marvel collection. We debuted this
recently.
I think by accident to 279. I do not believe that this was supposed to debut. We debuted it like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I think it was like a month ago. We debuted this. And I don't think it was supposed to be 279 because, guys, this is a Bolt Zeus on a bracelet in a Marvel, in a numbered limited edition. We brought this out. It sold out instantly.
They're the most ridiculous Marvel pieces we've ever done.
Well, and you know what?
So
each one is the mask design. And it was the very first ever Captain America in the mask. But each one of these is the mask. I think it might also be one of the few Spider-Mans done in the mask design as well.
Possibly, but it's up in the game with the watch because this is the Bolt Zeus, the reserve level quality Bolt Zeus. Up in the game with the artwork, and this is what Kendi was talking about with the mask design. I just have to warn you, though, right now, I've already seen you guys are shopping early on this. Punisher will be gone during this presentation.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
And maybe at some point, Dave, we can throw that in the big screen behind us because this is a big screen watch.
Let's go through these super quick, and then let's throw that Punisher in the monitor.
Equally as popular is going to be that Black Panther there on the end, too.
All right, so let's start here. Here's your Black Panther execution, the Black Panther. We have a few more than 100 available. Black Panther done
Hands
in the
down.
black.
If you want Black Panther, this is the one you've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Right here. The coolest Black Panther that we currently have.
And again, the mask design. Next, it's the first ever Marvel that I've seen by Invicta that is featuring the mask. This is done in the Silvertone execution. We're down to 90. That's it.
Yeah, very
in
cool.
the Captain America. Then we've got the Tony Stark execution. It's
this
the only
one, too.
all gold. We also have only 90 available.
But look at that arc reactor. You know how he would have that in his chest, not only saving his life, but powering the suit? It's glowing blue. Can you see that with this? In his eyes, too, the way that this has been done underneath.
All right, all mask designs, guys. If this was a Bolt Zeus, not Marvel, not limited edition, this would be an incredible price. There are 4 dozen Punishers.
Just wait till we point the details.
4 dozen Punishers. The only one with the 2-tone bracelet. We're going to get that up in the monitor. And then last but not least, this could arguably be The coolest Spider-Man dial ever. All in blue. Look
they're
at that.
all the coolest executions we've ever done in these representations. Spider-Man's always extremely popular. Blue plating with the red plating. The dial work on this one is actually extremely intricate. Multiple levels, multiple layers to get into that spider web and mask design on that piece. If you love Spider-Man, it's over right here. This is the watch.
If you want a Marvel piece, to me, this is the single best value overall that we've ever done in a Marvel piece. It's not the lowest priced Marvel, but man, it's a Bolt, Zeus, and the mask images are fantastic. You want to go to the big monitor?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, we're going to go to the big monitor.
So that's original Bolt Zeus, built to true professional dive specifications. That's flame fusion crystal. Keep in mind, really putting this over the top, these are numbered limited editions done here. Numbered limited editions. Do you want to set it down or do you want to try to hold it?
I can hold it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to blow this up on the big screen, and man, does this look good.
Did you just say man?
Man. Frank Castle execution. You can see this. We've modified the hand, brand new hand, so you have that design, that logo on the end of the hand. You have the massive skull design. We're going to take a picture, though. Can we take a picture super quick, Jeff? Here it is, right here. There it is. Do we get it? Am I smiling? Do I have my eyes open? Okay. But the skull design, this is a piece of artwork that we've crafted outside of the watch and then applied. Look at the depth and dimension that takes place on the skull. Hands down, every detail that I point out to you is the coolest design we've ever done on this watch. And then you're going to notice right down here at the 6 o'clock position, that's like the revolver, right, where you put the bullets in right there. Then on both sides, coming off of the cheekbones, you have the semi-automatic handgun. Can you see that? Here's the trigger right here, the slides right there. Same thing on this side. And then fanning all the way around. Look at this. Around the skull design, you have the bullets, right? But these are like the rifle rounds that have been done all the way around, but it continues down here too, guys. I mean, the amount of detail in here, hands down cool. I know when we originally launched this, it was selling very, very quickly, and you can see why. Already, how I was showing you all the details on here. Now, on the inside, you're going to notice you have that Z60 from their Extra Tech collection. So you have the date over here at the 4 o'clock. Day of the week is actually read in the eye socket of the skull right here. This is hands down. You like Punisher? This is the one. You know what I'm talking about.
That's wicked.
See,
and I
everybody.
love the bracelet on this one. I've never seen a Bolt Zeus bracelet done in two-tone like that.
The finishing
What do we
is
want to hit next?
beautiful.
The Punisher's almost gone 3 dozen. Should we do Spider-Man next?
Let's do it.
Let's do the, get over there.
We're gonna go back over there?
Yeah, get back in the big monitor.
I love
Let's
the
do
monitor.
this.
I just don't know if if I am over here too much or.
No, get over there.
Okay.
I'm making the call. I'm making the executive call because this looks so awesome.
Spider-Man. I mean, check this out. So you have the web design at the 6 o'clock when you look below, and then the spider design on top of the web. But then if you look, the red design. So we've done a sunray finish on the red, and then attached on top of that, another structure that then looks like the mask. The subdials then you can see are his eyes. We've done the white again, but you can still read the complications on here, like the day of the week. Over here you have the date again on this piece. Custom hand done here with the Spider-Man logo. I mean, this is what we're talking about, custom, right? Typically when you get into a watch, you have maybe different platings on the watch, right? Different dial colors. This is completely re-engineering the complete dials. On the back, you're going to notice it's a numbered limited edition here as well, out of 3,000 pieces, which makes, for me, highly more collectible. Once it's gone forever. And then on this one, too, blue ionic plating with the red, once again, going along with this suit. Should we switch it up again?
Switching it up.
Oh. Black Panther. We're doing Black Panther now. If you've been waiting for Black Panther, your wait's over. Your wait is over. You're going to see his mask that's been done. Here's his eyes again. You have that vibranium texture like his suit was made out of that material. Also, like in the newer variation of his suit where he has the necklace and that's where the suit comes out from. Here you have that right here. Look at this. Right down here, mirror polished, looking gorgeous, custom cut out here at the 6 o'clock position, custom hand again with the Black Panther symbol. Lots of that mirror polishing, and it's Black Panther, triple black bracelet, black case, black bezel, and this is the Zeus, guys. Reserve level quality. So not only is the case on point, the artwork is too.
A reserve Bolt Zeus. All right, so producer Dave wants to see Captain America. This is the only one that I know of in Captain America that is the mask.
Well, and you know what? This one's going way back. You know, basically in the middle of World War II, that's when the patriotic super soldier was born. Absolutely makes sense. Red, white, and blue. You can never go wrong with Captain America. I actually remember being extremely young. I had tons of Captain America toys, and it's because of this character right here. So silver tone, you have the blue ionic plating, you have the red, so red, white, and blue done on this piece. But then to show the dial again, it is his mask. It's actually one of my favorite.
Yeah,
one of my favorite
me too.
characters we have, because the mask is done so perfectly with the sharp lines, the sharp angles. You can see his eyes again are the cutouts. You have the Captain America symbol right here that's completely mirror polished. You're noticing too on the other variations, like Invicta Reserve, not done in the red. Not done in the red. So everything is custom for these characters. Red trim work around the huge globe luminous markers. And even though you have his helmet, right, his mask, I guess I would call it a helmet in this case, you also have the shield design right here with that star. Once again, three-dimensional, so you can see the depth and dimension of the star. Nothing is flat. Nothing is plain. This is Invicta. We push what's possible in the watch industry right to the edge. And all of these executions really demonstrate that perfectly.
And last but not least,
the
Tony
Iron Man.
Stark.
The Iron Man execution right here. So here you're going to have, check this out, that arc reactor. You know, originally his dad created the arc reactor to power Stark Industries. What did Tony do? He made it smaller to power the suit. So you have that here. You can see his eyes too. It's like when it's glowing, or even his eyes when we've done that color underneath. So you can see that it almost appears that it's glowing. Custom handwork again, limited edition, the only one done in gold tone and the red to go along with his suit again.
Beautiful. All right, let's come back
Let's do it.
and try this on for you and just kind
Sure.
of give you an idea of the size and the stature of the piece. And maybe we'll have some time to check in with Ryan as well.
Last look.
2 dozen in the Punisher. If you want the Punisher, it's really, in my opinion, overall the single best value Marvel we've ever made available. Is it the lowest price Marvel? No. But it's a reserve level Bolt Zeus. And it's got one of the coolest
kidding?
dial executions ever. By the way, last hour we launched a brand new Marvel Venom.
Look at this.
That also had some really cool dial executions.
nice.
So if you wanted the Venom, I know the Punisher did sell out in that one. You might want to look. Okay, that's undeniably
I love the
Punisher.
plating. I love the plating here. The black ionic plating with the silver, with the gunmetal sections on here. I mean, everything working together beautifully on this piece. And there that is. The semi-automatic pistols on the side. Check that out. Love this revolver section down at the 6 o'clock position. Rifle cartridges running all the way around the top of the skull, and down at the 6 o'clock position on this one too. Keep in mind, I mean, this is reserve Bolt Zeus, so this is built to true professional dive specs. You have the flame fusion crystal. You have architecture on this watch that's insane, and this is what Kendi was talking about. $279 surprises the heck out of us.
Silly.
$479 probably, but we launched this at $279.99. This is an over $1,200 masterpiece
It's like
that you are
$1,000 price break.
stealing today.
The retail is over $1,200.
Look at this.
This is about a $1,000 price break. Crazy. Any questions, any comments? Ryan, online, what's happening on YouTube?
People are just talking about the watches.
Yeah.
Anthony is on. John, the phone guy, who's always there. Actually, his wife is on tonight. Travis, who is Trap Vision 3D, he's on. Let's see. Juan is there. I Loved E5 is on there again. Bob Cohen, Jerry Merck is there. You guys are all commenting here during the course of the show. You guys were all excited about the chaos a little bit earlier. And also, you love the Marvel. You love the Punisher that we're talking about, the Bolt Zeus out there. So just a fantastic timepiece. And again, if you want to comment with us, you want us to see what you have to say, join the group. Go to Evine's YouTube page. Go to YouTube, type in Evine, and then type in Power Play 12.30. You'll see the chat that's going on right now, and be sure to subscribe to Evine on YouTube.
Punisher will be gone.
Punisher is just about gone. What's going to be the next to go then?
Let's try Black Panther here real quick.
Spider-Man. Well, Spider-Man's really popular right now. You know what we need to do? We need to get the gang to go see a Spider-Man movie. Maybe take your boys.
Maybe
The animated feature.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that would be awesome.
I've heard it was great. Dave, our producer, took his son.
Producer Dave?
Yeah. He said it was awesome.
I bet. Yeah.
We need to go. Was it fun?
Good time.
Was it silly?
Oh, I know this is way off topic. I've always wanted one of those orb lamps. Do you see that? This popped up on the screen.
That's today's top value
That is
tonight.
the coolest lamp ever made.
Isn't it?
Right there.
It's not really a lamp. It's more of a decorative piece.
a globe.
It's an orb.
Throws off light.
An orb.
It's a lamp.
Yeah, that's today's top value. Very cool. That's coming up with Brian Kessler.
That is awesome. I might have to get one of those.
I know. You should.
That's Black Panther, always extremely popular. We should probably try on Spider-Man real quick in the last 30 seconds.
Spidey is almost gone too, guys. If you want Spidey,
look at that blue plating on that.
We're about to call the Punisher sold out, guys. Single best overall deal value in a numbered limited edition reserve level Bolt Zeus. It's a part of the Marvel collection. Your number will be on the back. Only you will have your number. Special packaging as well.
And because it's a numbered limited edition, it can't come back. Once it's gone, it is retired. It's a retired style.
$46.66 to get it home. And we typically do have, I don't know, it hasn't been announced yet, but we typically have a superhero night on the cruise.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to need a superhero watch, right?
Although last year we were told we couldn't dress up.
You were?
Yeah. Maybe it was just on air.
On air, just on air. At the party you can dress up.
Was it just on air?
I think so.
Yeah, just on air. Oh, ho, 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 ho. This is a beauty. In the gold tone, it's a mosaic of mother of pearl and tiger eye. In the silver tone, it is done in black onyx and mother of pearl. Breathtakingly beautiful. And guys, believe it or not, it's already last call on the X-Wing automatic with the tinted crystal. It's over half gone. Sandy Zubek got her silver tone before it sold out. The black 20, the gold tone 20, and Justin's telling me that he thinks it's the only gold tone ever done with a tinted crystal. Excuse me.
You didn't push on your nose or
I did. It didn't early enough, right? Okay. Crazy, 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 crazy. Crazy. This price is crazy. I don't know that we've ever done an Invicta with 2 carats of diamonds for under $900. This is the big one. It's the biggest grand diver ever built. It's the 54 millimeter. It does feature an automatic movement with the exhibition case back. We only, how many do we have left? I know we started with fewer than 100. 65 available. Imagine what it took to set 467 diamonds into steel.
That is right. I mean, look at this dial. 467 diamonds, 1.96 carats that you're getting. And that's one of the reasons why we went with a 3-hand movement. Little date window. If we had in other sub-dials, that'd be great. But guess what? Not as many diamonds for you that you're getting in. And I love it that we do it in the silver tone. Silver tone is that monochromatic when you're looking at all the diamonds. And all the silver tone is in that brightly mirror polish, which we rarely do for any one of the grand divers out there, especially when we're talking about the super grand diver being at 54 millimeters. You still get all the bells and whistles when we're talking about this watch. You get the solid 3-link design, the exhibition case back to the movement, the NH35A that makes up the powerhouse of this movement, the engine inside underneath all of those diamonds, solid end links also included, the upgraded scissor style deploying closure. Look at the case back too, Kenny. We actually do that mirror polishing for the case back. Not all the time do we do something like that. So again, high level of detail that we are committed to with this watch. And for that event price, under $900, almost 2 carats of diamonds, huge, huge deal.
We have never, ever come close to under $1,000 for this. So to be able to give you a 64% discount to usher in the new year, maybe you did not receive your diamond grail piece pre-holiday. Maybe you hoped, maybe you wished, but it didn't come. I cannot recall having ever done 2 carats of diamonds on an Invicta for under $900. It's pretty amazing, to be honest with you. And if you invest $150, we can get it home to you within a week. You can start wearing it, and as you do, you have 6 months to pay this off monthly, interest-free. Now, if you are new with us, the typical grand diver, the regular size is 47 millimeters, so this is substantially larger. That grand diver in the original 47 millimeter is one of the top-selling watches in the history of Invicta, and at one time, it was the largest watch that Invicta built. It is probably, to date, the most worn by our collectors, the Grand Diver.
Well, that's it. Today I wore in one of my Grand Divers out of all my different watches that I personally have. I have the most Grand Divers of everything. And I have this movement inside of every one of those Grand Divers also that I can recall. And it's a mechanical automatic. It's moving at 21,600 vibrations per hour. That breaks down to 6 steps per second, which means that second hand will move 6 times for every second on the inside, gliding across that pave diamond dial. Now, I'm just trying to multitask here as we're going along. And on YouTube, Antonio said, is anyone own this? Is it worth the money? John, the phone guy, says, I do. He says it's very worth it. And he actually paid more back in November. So, I mean, that's great with the whole community out there, too. And that's why you should be joining us on YouTube also. You can interact with some of our great customers out there during the course of the show. But again, you're just talking about that Grand Diver. This is that same design, Kendi, that AL relaunched a company back in 1991. It was just done on a smaller version at 40 millimeters. And still, the Grand Diver, the Pro Divers continue to be our top-selling watches year after year after year. It's just a style that will just always be in style for us.
And, you know, for those of you who've really gravitated toward the larger timepieces, this is that Grand Diver on steroids. This is that Grand Diver that wishes it was an octane. Can the women wear it? I think you have to have a larger wrist to pull it off. My wrist is 6 inches. My rule for me, and this is just for me, is that if the lugs go past the wrist, it's too big for me. And if you'll notice, this one does. So my wrist measures 6 inches. I would not wear this because the lugs kind of, you see how they kind of go off the wrist there? But if your wrist measures 6.5, 7 inches, ladies, this is one you could pull off. And this to me is really a jewelry piece because 467 diamonds. That's a lot of diamonds. That's just barely shy of 2 full carats of diamonds. And not to say that we haven't, but I cannot recall having ever offered 2 carats of diamonds in a watch for under $900.
And huge deal to be able to get into the watch tonight. I love the silver tone, too, when we're talking about this watch, is that mirror polish, that very extreme mirror polishing that goes along for all the different aspects of the timepiece on the top of the watch, for the case, for the bracelet that goes along. The only part that has that non-reflective finish is really the bezel. But all the Arabic numerals in the diver scale actually are raised up and highly polished. In addition, you'll see Grand Diver is carved in on one side of the case, on each side of the crown. The other side, big, bold, Invicta is carved in on the opposite side of the case. We included the diver logo, both north and south, and that first center link that goes along. And then Tritnite also, fully filled for the hour and the minute hand, and a little accent for that second hand that continues to glide around the dial on the inside of this watch.
This is a sexy watch. I mean, for those of you who want heads to turn when you walk into the room, this is going to turn heads. And it's that very popular contemporary style of a sport watch with a whole pave dial. Any other brand, you'd be in the thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars.
And that's what we continue to do. 181 years ago, I mean, we were founded as a company, and we're all founded on the principle of having exceptional timepieces at affordable prices. And still, be 182 years here after the year turns. And we still continue to do that. And I understand this isn't the least expensive. This is the most expensive watch of the show. But still, for everything that you're still getting an exceptional value out there. And Kenny just look at other watch companies that near 2 carats of diamonds, you'll find nothing even close to what you're getting in here tonight in terms of quality and design and just that sheer pleasure of being able to own and be able, with Evine extending out the value pays, an opportunity for you to maybe get that Grail watch.
All right, Dave, how many? What's the countdown? Because I know we did not bring a lot of these in at all. 55 pieces remain, brand new, very steep markdown on this. This is a piece that's typically priced on our website at $2,500. $2,500 is very, very fair. Today, we can get this home to you at the lowest price ever. It's an event price, so it's only available at this price while quantities last, only for this New Year's weekend. I'm going to pass it off to Ryan once again so you can see it on the wrist, since it's a little bit too large for my particular wrist. But if this is a piece that you've been dreaming of, if this has been your Grail piece and you didn't get that Grail piece, by the way, we want to hear from you. Our phone lines are open. We're going to be shopping Invicta for the next 2 hours and 10 minutes. We'd love to get your phone calls. We want to hear what you did for Christmas, what watch you got for Christmas. what watch you didn't get for Christmas and why you didn't get it.
What watch you're getting for
We
2019?
want all the juicy details. What watch you're getting for 2019, right? What are you doing for New Year's Eve? I'm working.
Are you?
Yeah.
What time?
I don't know.
Evening or day? Evening, most likely.
Probably.
Okay.
That's just tomorrow night, right? I'm still in my brain. I'm still on vacation.
That has happened to me before too. When you're not here for like over a
Right.
week, it takes a little while to kind of get back into the groove.
Oh, last night 3 hours felt like a 12-hour shift because I hadn't talked for 3 hours straight in over 2 weeks.
Right. Yeah, it's different.
And by the way, I do want to thank all of you for the really kind notes that you sent. I had some major eye surgery. It took a little healing, so I've been out for over 2 weeks, but it's good to be back in the saddle
Well,
again.
it's good to have you back.
With the Invicta guys. All right, they're almost gone, guys. Just a couple dozen left of the diamonds. Just a few dozen. Ooh. Brand new Venom Viper. Look at those dials.
Interesting.
That's sharp. Quartz chronograph. Green. I don't know what we're actually calling these. Let me look at that color executions. We're calling these. You order green, gray is to the right, or white. So you order it via the color of the strap. Ooh. 33 in the gray, 45 in the white, 55 in the green. That is all she wrote. Uh-oh. One Glove Jeff. He's on the move. He's bringing out the mosaic. What do you guys think this is playtime?
No, he was telling me I was making some comments on YouTube, and apparently they were automatically held for review.
So I just had to unlock it.
So naughty.
It's the story of my life.
Thank you, Jeff. These guys are so naughty. I tell you.
I think it had something to do with the poop emoji, maybe.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's poop.
How old are you?
Old enough to use the poop emoji.
Oh, boy. Well, this, to me, crosses over into jewelry. And many, many, many years ago, Invicta partnered with many of our gem vendors to bring you the finest quality gems because we are a huge gem network. In the gold tone, my favorite. We haven't seen a lot of brown in anything from Invicta in a long time, and we know how much you love the brown. This is done, the gold tone, in brown tabs, and then the mosaic, which can only be done by hand. There's no machine work that can do that because it's kind of like inlay. White mother of pearl and tiger eye. It is drop
It's beautiful.
dead gorgeous. If you like the more of the black and white look, which is another very popular look, if you order the silver tone, you're going to get those mosaics put together in mother of pearl and black onyx in the largest watch Invicta makes in their reserve collection called the Grand Octane. This is cool.
I love this. So we originally came out with this design in the Tiger's Eye and the Onyx in the Grand Diver. Was extremely, extremely popular, so we wanted to kind of up the game here. So what we've done is we've placed it on the largest ever engineered reserve level quality piece. And you guys already know this watch. I mean, this is a hugely popular design, but now allowing us to play with the dial with all of these materials. I know the original one was extremely popular in the mother of pearl and the black onyx that you see right here. That's the one that's done in the silver tone, but this is very expensive. We work with mother of pearl quite often, but this is actually assembling that mosaic design, that checkerboard design on the dial here, alternating with the mother of pearl and the black onyx on this piece. Swiss-made Ronda, Extra Tech caliber Z60 on the inside, built to true professional dive specifications. This watch has it all. This is a massive, over-engineered watch that we're utilizing all this premium stainless steel with. And then you're going to notice, too, one of the biggest things we do, that exhibition case back, even on the back of this one. That's awesome.
So if
Silver
you
tone.
love movement in your gems, I'm going to
Gold tone.
highly recommend the gold tone. The gold tone features Tiger Eye, which has this incredible chatoyance. So you will actually see as the light hits this, the light plays not only on top of but beneath the stone too. So it's almost as if there's movement within that gem. It's one of my favorite gems in the world. And brown, haven't seen it in any accent details on an Invicta in such a long time. It's hugely popular. That to me that's the winner. Unless
It's
you
perfect
really
with
love
gold.
black and white, right?
It's the perfect dial with the gold tone timepiece that you have here with the mother of pearl, and then you can even see kind of some of the gold tones in that gemstone on this one as well. I mean, it might be one of those that you might want to grab both. I mean, if you're that collector, this might be a one and done situation. Whenever we start doing unique dials like this, we don't see them that often. So This might be one of those, once it's gone, it might be retired, and you might have to wait years, just like that Tria we were showing. You waited 3 years. 3 years for that watch to come back. There's been styles we've done over the years where you've waited decades, a decade to get them back. So if you love this watch, just keep in mind, they're becoming very limited.
How many Trias left, guys? Oh, fewer than 3 dozen.
Yeah.
Fewer than 3 dozen Trias. The diamond piece is selling out. The chaos and the silver tone, only dozens of that remaining. And we're going to head out to California and say hi to one of our customers, Don. Don, welcome to the program. How are you tonight, sir?
I am doing well. Nice to talk to both of you.
Our pleasure. Happy holidays.
Same to you. Hopefully New Year's will bring a happier time for all of us.
I'm hoping. So did you get the big diamond piece?
I got the 54 millimeter Grand Diver automatic first diamond watch. I've been watching them for the last X amount of months in time, and at this price, I just couldn't resist.
Are you a Grand Diver guy? Do you own other Grand Divers?
I like the large watches, the Octanes. I've also got, I think the other day I got Jason Taylor's 58 millimeter watch. I got one of the 63 Grand Divers for Aquaman. I just like the big watches.
Nice.
I can read them without my glasses and always get compliments on whatever watch I do wear. But I'm trying to stay with the larger 54 and up.
Terrific. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out of your night to chat with us. Enjoy showing off that diamond timepiece. And Happy New Year to you. If you would like this mosaic timepiece, remaining very, very limited, and I can't believe the first hour of Power Play is done.
It's gone. Yeah.
We're heading into a second hour of Power Play, and then Justin's going to hang out for our fourth hour tonight. There are still surprises to come, especially if you like diamonds. Just saying.
Cool
in this
stuff.
next hour. So we've got a lot to get to. We hope you can stay with us 2 more hours of Invicta. And for 1 more hour, Ryan is going to be on our YouTube channel chatting away with all of our terrific customers. So stay online. We're going to preview some of the highlights coming up in our second hour. There is one timepiece we will likely not even get to, and here's why. In the black strap version of the Marvel Punisher Coalition Forces Trigger, we have fewer than 20. It will probably not last. If you want the white strap, 2 dozen. So highly unlikely that we will even get to a presentation on that item. Oh, look. I have not seen a Quadro in years. And a Quadro in the Dragon is perfection. I mean, it really is perfection. This is done in an automatic and an NH35A. I have 30 in the black. I have 20 in the gold tone. I have 2 dozen in the silver tone. That, my friends, especially if you're born in the year of the dragon, that's a must-have item for sure. Okay, guys, brand new. We previewed it last hour, and the silver tone sold out. It's the first time that I think we've ever done an X-Wing in an automatic with a tinted crystal. And Justin also thinks the gold tone is the first ever tinted crystal gold tone. So silver tone is sold out, fewer than 20 each in the black and in the gold tone. And here is that brand new Viper. Very cool. It's a Venom Viper. I have about 50 in the green, about 30 in the gray, and 40 in the white. That is the only timepiece in the show rated to 1,000 meters water resistant. Are you guys ready for another big diamond surprise? 1 year, almost 1 year ago, on our cruise, February 2017, I debuted this massive 2-carat Reserve Bolt Zeus, and it's sold out. We have not seen this since the cruise of 2017 in February. It's just back in stock. I have 90 pieces available. Look at the way the diamonds drip onto the lugs. Ronda 5040D movement. That's sweet.
That is a beautiful one.
That's a cruise watch for sure. Well, we're going to start off this hour with our number one top selling 2017 Bolt. Nothing beat this watch in sales, especially the second half of the year. So for the last 6 months, this was our top selling Bolt. Why? Well, feature for feature, the price is a giveaway price. I have gold tone black, silver tone blue, or silver tone red available. With nearly 8,000 sold, I don't even have 1,000 between these three executions, and it's almost always received all and nothing but 5-star reviews from our customers. So big look, big impact piece with details and colors, tiny price.
Well, that's it. Another reason why we've sold so many is it's under $100.
I know.
It's under $100. A Bolt Zeus. I mean, a Bolt
It's
watch.
not a Zeus, yeah.
A Bolt timepiece. Well, what it is, it's a scuba design that goes along for the case. We have a larger cable that goes around underneath those 6 different stations in that upper portion of the bezel that goes around. The scuba strap and the silicone strap that goes around, exceptional in comfort and design that goes along with the watch. You'll be able to see that deep dish dial on the inside of the timepiece. Underneath, that upgraded flame fusion crystal. Hardness, scratch resistant, patented design for that crystal that we actually have. Fun colors too. You're just ordering by the case color and then I believe the dial color.
Yep.
So this is silver tone red that Kendi has right now.
You know what that is? This is the Valentine's watch.
That's right.
That's the Valentine's watch. That's the love watch, right? My favorite, look at this. Gold tone black. So I think you could wear that dress even. The gold tone black, don't you think?
For sure, yes. I love the contrast when it comes to that gold tone with that black. There's such a great contrast that goes along. I want you to look inside though, even for a second. Look at the individual hour markers. Look at the trim work that we've done. Even at this price, all the trim work is done in gold tone for all 12 hemispheres that make up the hour markers on that Colosseum-shaped dial on the inside of the timepiece. Then you have the minute markers that go around that halo on the outer chapter ring there too. And each one of the 3 different subdials for your AM, PM indicator and chronograph at the 3, 6, and 9 o'clock position, all those micro concentric circles give each one of those different subdials that sunray pattern. And then you'll even see that whole theme for the inside with the black and the gold tone. Goes to the bezel, the black and the gold tone, to the case and the function pushers, black and gold tone, to the strap, black and gold tone, all make up this timepiece.
All right, I'm going to hand this off to Ryan so he can put it on for you. This is a small enough piece, and especially with that scuba strap, I just like saying that, scuba strap, that the women can absolutely wear. I have a 6-inch wrist. I normally wear a 6.5 to 7-inch bracelet. There's no reason at all why you can't wear this. So it really is combining 2 of the most popular styles in the history of Invicta, the Bolt cable with the scuba strap.
Yep. Well, that's it. And the scuba strap, if you notice too, this is a custom strap. Notice the metal elements that go in. They're double screwed in from each side, and even notice too, the screws have the gold tone that's been applied, but there's a little bit of a curve or a bend that goes along with both the silicone and also the metal elements, and that represents the waves of the ocean. When you're looking out at the ocean, how the waves come into shore, it doesn't all come in exactly at once. There's a little bit of a bend to it. So that has that nautical flair that's a part of this watch.
That's a gorgeous watch for the money.
Yeah, it
no
is.
wonder it's the number one top-selling Bolt of 2017. We can't seem to keep this one in stock. Almost 8,000 have these been sold, and that was probably, for the most part, in the second half of the year, to be honest with you. So Ryan is going to get back on YouTube,
Yes.
do some more chatting, so join us there on our YouTube channel. The YouTube chat only goes for another hour, but we do have 2 hours remaining of great Invictas. All right, so it's pretty much sold out, but we just wanted to mention it again. At the lowest price ever, the Punisher in the Coalition Forces Trigger.
This is the one I've been wearing.
White strap, black strap, maybe about a dozen each. And that's about it. I'm going to steal this one away. So Justin can take you on like a 10-second tour.
Yeah, no, this is the one that I was wearing since the beginning of the show. So this is not just coalition forces. This is one of those rare offshoots where we did the sniper and the trigger execution. So you're going to notice you have the triggers just like on a firearm right here. To start and stop the chronograph, you pull that trigger. So if you look down here at the 6 o'clock position, when I pull the trigger, you're going to see that start moving. Start and stop with the trigger here. Bottom trigger will reset that to 0. So that's the trigger design, art, engineering into this build. But now merge that with Punisher and it makes sense. So you have the Punisher logo here at the 12. The hour markers, not just the ones done in the white or done in the bullet design, even the black section's done in the bullet design. Then you have bullet holes through the dial, just like for the date opening over here at the 4 o'clock. Even the sub-dial hands done in the bullet design. This is an extremely popular Punisher design that's almost completely sold out.
Very cool.
Trigger.
I actually like the white strap. I know the black strap's more popular.
I'd try the white
but
one.
I like
quick.
white strap
No,
on this.
They're extremely limited.
All right, Jeff Cam, he's on the move. Oh, he's got the dragon. Okay, how gorgeous is this watch? I have personally not seen a Quadro on the air in a couple of years. This is the Quadro on the bracelet. It's a holiday recap item. It was one of our most popular items. And there's One Glove Jeff. Thank you, One Glove Jeff. Did you have a good Christmas, Jeff?
I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
Are you going down to Florida with us in a couple weeks?
I am.
Woohoo! Jeff is, I think, the only person at this company that's been on every single solitary Invicta remote.
It's not true, actually. I missed a couple.
Oh, you missed a couple?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were on all of them. He missed 2.
It's pretty close.
Out of the 300. I don't know. So this is money, especially in this gold tone. I'm looking at this from the back.
Sure.
This looks like it costs thousands of dollars. If this is sitting in a jewelry case, you probably don't even want to have them turn the tag around because you know you can't afford it. That's what it looks like. But today, on a value pay of $46 and change, we get it home. Now, this is such a great shot because I want you to see the three-dimensional quality of just the dial alone. In the gold tone, we're racing toward a dozen left. In the silver tone, racing toward 20 remaining. And in the black, I don't even know which is my favorite because they're all cool.
Yeah.
In the black, racing toward 2 dozen available. We're kind of doing a holiday recap for you. This was one of our top sellers during the holiday season, but I never saw it.
No, I mean, this is extremely cool. It's like last chance here, last look at this style. You already love the Quadro. We know that. I mean, this is a huge piece for us. We've played with it kind of over the years. We actually did this on a strap, which didn't go over that well because you want the bracelet.
Yeah.
One of the most beautiful, the most gorgeous, the most complex bracelets we have ever done in our history right here. This is about ultimate design, but ultimate flexibility. It's like a 12 or 13 link design on this piece. I mean, you can see how this moves. This is awesome.
Gorgeous.
Now, we actually played with the case design once before, too. We actually built a circular variation of the Quadro, which is very strange, and it's named by itself. And this is the one that you want. So the square case with this bracelet, but now the popularity of that dragon design, that dial, can be found for the first time on the Quadro. And this is what Kendi was talking about. Look at the depth and dimension. Nothing plain, nothing drawn on. This is about sculpting pieces of artwork, applying it on the dial, giving you that depth and dimension. But now you don't just have depth and dimension on the dial, depth and dimension on the bracelet. You're going to notice that each individual link, that kind of triangular design, is mirror polished and assembled. Each one is not only machined out of the premium steel, completely done in the gold tone, but then mirror polished.
Look at that. Whenever we have the gold tone dragon, it seems to be the first to sell out. We only have a couple left.
Yeah.
If you are born in
And
the
look at
year of the
this.
dragon, this is the one to get. Crazy
Are
flexibility
you
in the
kidding me?
bracelet.
Yeah, this is something that's so cool. You can see the depth and dimension, how that sticks up on the, on the outer portion of the bracelet. But on the back, you can really start to appreciate how this watch is actually put together. Look at that, each individual piece here.
Nice. So choose your poison, but get it quickly because this is one of those watches, Justin, that typically when it sells out, it can take years to get it back in stock again.
Yeah, Quadro is something we very rarely see. Look at this.
Ooh, that's the silver tone. Very, very nice.
You know what we need?
So there's the silver tone.
We need a
Here's the
Quadro
black. So it's
with-
the opposite of that.
We need a Quadro with like 7 carats of diamonds with the huge stones running all the way around that bezel. Right?
That would be sweet.
Right?
That would be really sweet.
I'll get to work on that.
All right. You get to work. Yeah, so
Well
the
said.
black is kind of the opposite, the reverse of the silver tone.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Very cool.
5 dozen total between the 3 executions, and the gold tone will sell out first.
That's it?
is what
I'm
they're
out of
telling
here?
me. I don't know.
That
Is
was
he
it?
out here?
That
Or is
was
he-
it?
Oh, no, I thought you were doing the X-Wing. I don't care.
You
Come on
don't
in and
care?
out. Come on in and out. Come on in and out whenever you want to. All right, guys, this is awesome. And men and women can both play. It is a 38 or 47 millimeter grand diver. You choose gold tone green, you choose silver tone yellow, or you choose two-tone blue. Look at the texture on the dial. Very cool. 300 meters water resistance, so it's a true grand diver in an automatic. 658-479. All right, guys, it's almost sold out from the preview. If you want it, as far as I know, it's the only automatic X-Wing we've ever done with a tinted crystal. Silver tone sold out in the preview. The gold tone, how many do we have left? I think we have fewer than 20 each in the gold tone and in the black. And I think the gold tone is going to be next. As far as Justin said, he thinks that this is the only gold tone ever done with the tinted crystal.
Yeah, I think he's probably right on that.
Yeah. So I don't know how we're pulling this off at $229 because we do the quartz versions without the tinted crystal for right around the same price.
Correct.
You know, I don't know that I would have ever believed that the gold tone would be so beautiful. Look at the tint. Let's see how the color change in that tinted crystal with the tinted crystal, but I'm really digging it.
Yeah, so it's very, very cool when we're talking about that tinted crystal. Multiple different colors, depending on how the light and the angles actually going inside through that crystal of the watch. And we brought this back in different variations, and I'll show you the black version too, because there's going to be more of a contrast, I think, with the black version. But look, there's almost like a green or that celadon color that's
And
popping.
there's like a red. Look at that.
Yeah. Hey, check this out. Look what I should be able to get an orange, depending on how I can get the light going in right there. So again, super fun to be able to see all the different colors that do pop that go along with this watch. So a lot of time you get the teal, sometimes you get the red, but then if you tilt it straight up, sometimes you'll get that orange flare, or even a yellow. Look at the yellow right there that's popping with that crystal on the inside. And so this is all part of that X-Wing again, that 46 millimeters, but this watch by no means plays like a typical 46 millimeter because of the wings or the paddles that go. Actually, this one has the paddles, yes, but they're just stationary. They're bolted down. So I've never even presented an automatic variation before. You even look at the orange that goes along for the crystal on the outside. We still then have that bar that goes across the metal on the other side. All the metalwork is done with black on this timepiece. And then we also include in that exhibition window. And I said I put out a real quick call on YouTube. If you guys wanted to email me like a watch photo, I would try to get it out on air. I don't know if I'll be able to get everybody's, but here is Vic wearing his Zeus, his Deadpool Zeus.
Nice.
So I asked him to email me at invictacollectors@gmail.com. If you want to try to send something to me, we'll try to get it on air here tonight.
Beautiful. Thank you, Vic. All right, guys, you need to lock this down. This could be a one and done.
Yeah.
I've never seen an automatic X-Wing on the air. I've never seen an automatic with a tinted crystal on the air, and I'm pretty darn near sure this is the first time we've seen the tinted crystal in the gold tone. The silver tone sold out in the preview. It is polished to perfection. And imagine this beauty on the cruise. $38.33 is your investment to get it home. You will then have 6 months to wear it as you pay it off interest-free. And if you're wondering if that's the crystal that you're seeing in between the two metal components,
it is.
That is, in fact, the crystal right there that you're looking at.
Yep, so there is that gap that goes in between. We call that a multi-step bezel. As you'll see, these different stations with the screws actually then elevate that bezel for you. And there's even a beveled edge then on that tinted crystal that goes along with the watch. Great color executions. I know we're already gone with one of the color versions.
Oh, there's that
orange. But that gold tone, yeah, isn't that fun how you can just get that random
And there's the green.
color.
And then when I point it down, you see the flashes of red. Do you see that? Super cool. And it's as if it came off the presses wet. That's how spectacular that piece is. Wow. Guys, we only have 45 minutes in our Invicta Power Play show. And then Justin and I are going to hang out for another full hour for you. This is very cool. The Invicta Art Collection is an automatic collection that's typically fully skeletonized. This is 42 millimeter on a bracelet. Great price for the guys and for the gals. And that has, I think, if I'm not mistaken, only received all and nothing but 5. Oh, no, this is brand new. So this is not 5-star. This is all brand new. We only have anywhere between a dozen and 30 of each of those executions. And the most limited is the black and the two-tone rose tone. Both very limited. Ooh, now we also have a Bolt Dragon. Check that beauty out. So that looks very much like the Bolt we showed at the top of the show, but $139.99 if you're looking for that dragon look. Should we talk diamonds?
I think we should.
Yes? No?
Yeah,
What were you eating?
I found some candy.
You found some candy. Were you eating Wagner's chocolates?
Secret stash.
Justin has a secret stash of Wagner's chocolates somewhere. We need to find it.
I may or may not be in the green room.
We're going to bring out the big guns. This is spectacular. And it's been MIA since February on the cruise last year. What are you doing, Ryan?
More photos coming
More
in here from
photos.
John and
Yeah?
Christy and
Okay.
Travis.
Good. Thank you. So Ryan, by the way, is only going to be on YouTube for the next 45 minutes.
Okay.
So if you want to be chatting with him, do that. On the cruise, we introduced the Mega Diamond Bolt Zeus. Sold out instantly. We have not seen it in almost a year since the cruise. It is back, but we did not bring a lot of these in. Now, I'm not even going to touch this. Just look at it.
You
Get
did
out
it.
of there.
You
Get
touched
out of
it.
there. That was not my finger. This is gorgeous. Breathtaking. 466 rockin' diamonds. This is like a rock star watch, right?
Oh, absolutely.
This is 2 carats of diamonds, guys. And they even drip down onto the lug area. It's a classic Bolt Zeus, 200 meters water resistant flame fusion crystal. And it's all done in white, bright silver. Say hi, Justin. I think we can see you in there.
Hi. Hi, Justin.
You're
No, I
such
mean,
a
this
nut.
watch is
This is
combining
awesome.
the breathtaking style of the reserve level quality Bolt Zeus with diamonds. 466 diamonds, just shy of 2 full carats on this build. And it's the full bracelet execution. I mean, this is a grail watch right here. I
Yeah.
mean, this is a watch that when you get this home, this is your new favorite piece. You wear it every single day. This is the one. And here's what's really cool. Diamond timepieces are fun and awesome when you have diamonds on the bezel, diamonds on the dial. But now we've gone further. We have machined out the lug systems, the lug area, and set diamonds into the lugs. Whenever you see this on a watch, you know you're getting into something special. This is an absolute masterpiece. Keep in mind, built to true professional dive specifications. Does that mean you can take it in the water? Absolutely. But if you don't want to take it in the water, it's the upgraded quality and design. The structural integrity to keep the water out of the case. You're going on that cruise. Coming up soon. It's coming up very soon, by the
I
way. Very
know.
excited. If you're still looking for that special piece, that show-off, that showcase piece, here it is. Everybody knows Bolt Zeus. Collectors, I bet, on the cruise, we're going to see dive cases full of Bolt Zeus. You want a Bolt Zeus that stands out by itself, that is a showcase piece, this is the one.
This
You
is
get
the
this watch
captain's
home.
table watch.
You get this watch home, and it's your favorite watch. It goes right on top of your collection. This is the watch you show everybody first. We've used premium materials here. The stainless steel, the diamonds, the subdials, mother of pearl. Crisp, white, mother of pearl. But it's such high quality that you can still see that color shift or that orient in that mother of pearl. Look at that.
By the way, speaking of dive cases, we do have a few left only of the 50-slot rolling dive cases. So if you still need your dive cases to take on the ship to show your collections off, go online to evine.com.
Yeah.
And we do have some of those rolling dive cases. Some of the colors are super, super limited now. However, I
This is
understand
awesome.
this isn't for everyone. But if this is a piece you've been looking for since the cruise of last year, it is finally back. We've done other diamond Bolt Zeuses, but this is the 2 carat.
This is the top.
This is the so many diamonds, they're dripping down the lugs. And to set diamonds is a difficult task. It's expensive. Even if you do it in malleable metals like gold and in silver, steel's tough. It's hard. So the diamond setting cost is actually a little bit higher in steel because it's so hard to do. So this price is really off the charts. We can get it home to you for $235.83. You have a 30-day money-back guarantee. And then if you decide that it's yours forever, you put it on, 6 easy monthly interest-free payments that you make as you're wearing it. So it's not a layaway plan.
Look at this.
That's beauty.
The diamonds on this
There you
piece.
are.
You already
It's like a mirror.
you already know you're into something special when you see the lug system. Check this out. Machining out that section, then placing, look at that, prong setting the diamonds into the lug system on the piece. I love this section of the watch too. This is Generation 1 Bolt Zeus. You're going to notice how when the station markers are done perfectly here, they line up with this line right here. That is machined out of the lug system, but that line continues all the way down that premium bracelet design. How cool is that? Everything else is almost completely mirror polished, except for a few design aspects in the watch to allow those designs to pop on this dial. What I love about diamond watches is when we do the deep intense mirror polish finish, because man, does that showcase that watch beautifully. Everything is sparkling on this one. Here it is. Just think about it. Wearing this watch, right? Very limited productions. Not too many people can get this watch home. So you're one of the few that's wearing one of the most complex designs ever with almost 2 carats of diamonds. You're hanging out on the beach, right? You went on the Invicta cruise. You're relaxing. You got off the ship, all right? You're going on an excursion. You're laying there in the sun. It's warm. It's beautiful. And this is sparkling in the sunlight. That's the timepiece that you want to get into. Now, if you want to get into the water, who cares? Do it, right? You want to go snorkeling? You want to go swim with the fishes? You do that. With this watch right here, reserve level quality, built to true professional dive specs. But what I'm talking about, this is a watch that takes you everywhere. Dress it up, dress it down. You know, there's always that night on the ship where you dress up for dinner. Wear this watch, right? Go swimming, dress it up. It's perfect. Look
All
at
right.
this.
Well, I got
Ryan's coming on in. What's going on, Ryan?
received a quick email from Todd. So he actually showed one of his his collection of timepieces here. So you can see he actually has a number of watches here just within his own personal collection.
Sweet.
And he said he thinks he's going to pick up on the Diamond Zeus that you guys are showing right now.
Very cool.
So that's Todd.
Very grail. Super grail.
Super Grail.
Super grail.
Super.
It needs a cape.
We just created a new superhero.
It just needs a cape, right?
I think so.
So how are we doing in quantities, guys? Because I believe we're down to dozens, not hundreds of these available.
this.
And this is one of those pieces, maybe we see it once a year. You know? Maybe we see it once every other year. The last time we saw this was on the cruise, February of 2017. Imagine this year you can be wearing it on the cruise of 2018. It's an awesome wedding piece, anniversary piece, celebration piece, a great piece to commemorate the dedication you had toward getting your degree maybe. Maybe you just passed the bar, maybe you just became a partner, whatever it is. It is an amazing piece that you can wear every single solitary day. Do you guys mind doing a takeover on the next couple of items? Will I take a tiny little break? Is that okay? You're looking at me like, no way, Justin.
To be clear, I didn't even look at you.
He wasn't even listening to me.
Absolutely. Let's do
You
it.
got another haircut, didn't you? Did you get a holiday haircut?
Yeah. How could you tell?
I like it. Sharp.
Yeah.
Like it.
Right.
New haircut, new baby.
I'm doing it.
You're set for 2019.
Tomorrow I got a lot going on. I got a lot going on. I got a big diaper run.
You do?
Yeah, I got a big diaper run I'm going on. I ain't playing around. I'm just going to buy all the diapers and bring them home.
All right. Well, I'm going to let RJ and Jay-Z take over for just a couple of minutes while I take a little break. We've got an hour and a half to go, and we're going to be hitting these marvels hard.
All right, here we go. 656-059. Here's the problem. If you want that Punisher, we got like 20 pieces left. So if you got that in your cart, you're just messing around, it's not yours, that will be gone before you can completely check out of your cart. Black Panther on there, equally as big. Here is where we started the show. This is the return of the extremely cool reserve level quality Bolt Zeus Tria. That's combining 3 Swiss-made movements, highly modifying that movement, the main movement, rotating it in the case. The crown and function pushers now down at the 6 o'clock. Steal it today. This is $116 and change on value pay, just a few remaining.
All right. Well, we're going to do a mini takeover show. You know what? We have a full hour coming up here soon, don't we?
I think so.
An RJ and Jay-Z.
When
or
is
Jay-Z
that?
and RJ
Is that next
takeover.
week?
You know, we'll post it on social media. So that's where we actually take over an entire hour, which is awesome.
I just want everybody to know right away, Ryan's wearing his cowboy boots with his 3-inch heels. So I'm not exactly a tall man, but he's got his heels on. So.
I do. I got the big boots.
Whoa.
Right there.
Bro.
Right there.
Did you
see
just
that?
pull a hamstring there?
Nope.
Did you?
I've been stretching.
Are you sure?
I've been stretching,
Please
man.
don't ever do that again. Thank you.
Well, I know if I ever want to take over the show by myself, I know what to do.
659.
Okay.
This is 659-277. We got 4 really cool choices here that Ryan's going to run through, but they're all extremely limited.
Right. So we're talking about the first version is the black, and we have less than 2 dozen when it comes to this variation here. The second color choice there, we're just referring it to as the gold tone and gold tone, about 40 that are left here. Notice that mechanical automatic movement.
We have 4. I think we're under 40 now.
Yeah, just under. So
like 30.
Is it? Oh, maybe. Okay, that's what it said on my card, so I guess they've already been selling. The next version then is the 2-tone along with the gold tone.
Classic.
And we're looking at just over 30 on that. And then the final variation then is the 2-tone rose tone, and we're at 20, which is the most limited. So we're talking about this watch. It's the object d'art. And the thing is, a majority of the time, I would say probably 90, 95%, we have these on leather straps, but this is a bracelet version, Jason.
Yeah, more of a rare execution, I would say, and that's why they're almost completely gone. But look at the amount of engineering you get for a $20 value pay. This is $119.99. You want to split that up on 6 interest-free value payments, you can do that. $20 on this bill. Now, when we talk about this collection, it's about the art of watchmaking, the art of horology. It's throwing it back to the origins of watchmaking. That's why all of the movements will be either mechanical or mechanical automatics. And on this one, you're going to notice you have that mechanical automatic with that beautiful guillotine-style rotor. Ryan can show you that on the case back. But here, everything is on display. You can see the mainspring. You can see the regulated release of that time happening, or that energy happening at the 9 o'clock position. This is about taking engineering and allowing it to be displayed for the world. So these are perfect if you've never tried Invicta quality before, $20. Or if you are buying a gift, these are some of the most highly giftable pieces.
Yes. So when we do this, I love that vintage flair. You get the exposure of the mechanical automatic movement on the inside for all these different timepieces. And these movements actually have to be put together. They have to be assembled by hand. I even like the texture that just goes along for the outer ring of the timepiece or where the hour markers are on. The elongated triangles in a 3-dimensional fashion there. And we are in limited quantities for all these. You can bring this home on a value pay at $6 or $20. 6 value pays at $20. Shipping and handling and any applicable tax brings that watch home. Great event price to be able to get into this timepiece. The typical Evine price is $289. So pick up yours today. Item number 659277. Get into your favorite color.
Very cool. Very limited, by the way. And keep in mind, if it's in your card, it's not yours. You have to completely check out of your card to get that home. All of these may be in danger. All color executions of selling out tonight. Now, look at this. Talk about the ultimate. This is like the grand diver, because this is larger than the traditional 47-millimeter case size. We have about 50 left. That's it. $150 on value pay to get 467 diamonds. Just shy of 2 carats. Mechanical automatic on the inside, still built to beyond true professional dive specifications. Ryan, I would say this is right place, right time if you're looking for diamonds.
Yeah, totally. So just shy of 2 carats, 1.96 carats. Beautiful timepiece. I know a few of you picked up on that tonight here. We're just chatting simply on YouTube. All right, what do we have next? We have the Venom Viper. Is this brand new for the show? Have you presented this? It is brand new, this show.
It's new and noteworthy.
New and noteworthy that we're getting.
Same time.
So this is the Venom Viper. Item number 658549. And right off the bat, I mean, we're talking about dozens that we just have in this and all these new variations for you. So you're actually ordering, let me just double check.
Color. Green, gray, or white.
Yep.
Very cool. The green, I know we were looking at this before the show. I'd say that's the most unique.
Yes,
check that out.
I
Done
agree.
in more of like a gunmetal, dark gunmetal or black ionic plating. The dial work here. Look at that green. Now, purple, green. These are extremely exciting colors for us right now. We cannot keep these in stock. So you have that sunray finish that's been done on the dial. Then you have the Viper design on this one. You can see his red eyes, the tongue down for the subdial hand at the 6 o'clock position. Dragon scale, the body of the dragon running all the way around that outer track of the dial. And then the bezel system, very much like the DNA of the original, but in the scallop sections, when Ryan tips this back, you're going to notice if it's lined up properly, it looks exactly like the eyes of the snake. And then the lug system is highly modified to get that really cool fang design there as well, which turns into the forked tongue running down that custom strap. This is really taking engineering to the edge on this one.
Well, it is. And even look at this, little attention to detail, but still we do it. So you see the raised elements here that go along over. So the keepers will slide along that raised element for the snake tongue that actually divides out. I want to show you too, even the loom that goes along with this watch. I'm going to line this up just perfectly here. So you'll be able to see all the hour markers, the skeletonized hands, light up brilliantly in those low lit situation that goes along. So that
it's showing that his eyes are glowing, which if
that's cool.
If this is a perfect representation of the luminous watch, this would be the first time that I've ever seen red that glows.
That's actually a great point.
From us.
And of course, because usually when you do the watch shots, you have it set at 10:10.
Interesting.
Where the hands are perfectly going over the eyes right
I've
there
never
in
seen
that
that.
variation.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Something else about this too is when we've done the Venom Viper in the past, almost all the time, especially years ago, it was always that polyurethane strap. This version actually happens to be that silicone, so it's even more comfortable when you have the watch on the wrist. So in terms of the movement along the inside, you'll be able to see there are 3 different subdials at the 3, 6, and 9 o'clock position, which represent that Ronda Z60, time, date, 30-minute chronograph, and also your day of the week at that 9 o'clock subdial. But you can see everything's just a little bit more subtle in here because we want to keep in then that head of the snake.
You know, one thing I want to talk about, this is, even though this is a newer engineered version of the Sub-Aqua Venom, which is a huge collection for us, it's still built to that water resistance rating of 100 atmospheres. That's over 3,000 feet. There were some Venoms built over the years that were brought down in water resistance to like 20 atmospheres, which is still a dive instrument, but this goes back really to that DNA again. Over 3,000 feet of water resistance. There is something different though, lots of things different than this versus the original, but one of the biggest things I want to mention, if the original Generation 1 did not fit your wrist properly because the lug system curved too much, it was too constricting, some people have reported if the wrist was like 8.5 inches or larger, it didn't fit properly. This one you can wear. So if you're one of those collectors that have been following us forever and you've written off Venom, this one you can wear on your wrist. So not only are you getting into that functionality and the differences in the design, wearable for you as well. This is 658-549, brand new right now with Ryan and myself. We have dropped below 100 pieces remaining already. $249.99 gets that watch home. All right, here it is. You know, this watch is one of my favorites. Originally launched under our Imperious line. It is now back, guys. You can get into this design. Now, I was in a meeting about a year ago, and I was talking about the Chaos. I'm like, we got to bring the Chaos back. And everybody's like, no, we can't do that, this and that. So many excuses. I'm like, guys, let's make it happen. Here it is. The fact that it's under the JT series, the JT badging is big too. You know why? Numbered, limited edition. Kendi, Ryan's giving you jazz hands. Oh.
Pretty jazz hands.
But there it is. So numbered, limited edition, only 999 pieces for the world. Ryan wants a beautiful picture. Hold on.
Get off your tippy toes.
Cue the music.
Running a photo session.
Long, uncomfortable silence.
Okay, let's do a cute one.
Wow.
No, don't do that. Please delete that. Please delete that if that happened.
All right, yeah.
All right, moving
there
on.
There we go. We both lost our man card. All right, moving on.
649-497. We're getting to a very affordable option in the Dragon design. Now, this is one of only maybe 2 styles within the Bolt series that did not have the cable work. Like the Bolt Zeus Magnum originally had those bars down by the lug system. Now we're kind of experimenting with that bezel design here, like the scales of the Dragon on this one. So you're getting into the 2 colors here, the blue, which Ryan is showing you right now, or the gold tone. I know they're extremely popular in both colors. Blue ionic plating is always highly sought after. I think the gold tone goes kind of more along with the dragon theme, so they're always extremely popular on this design. But this is Speedway Viper. This is Speedway Viper, highly modified, not only with a brand new bezel sophistication, but now that dial work, which is beautiful too. The crown is a modified X-wing crown, which is one of my favorite multi-piece design, giving you that look here. But on the inside now, for $139.99, something special.
Well, that's it. And so we include in that NH35A for the movement underneath the Dragon for you. And I just love the heavy, heavy detail that you get for the Dragon on the main portion of the dial. I mean, the eyes you'll see are a different color. They're the red that are a part of it, even the texture that goes along. But with the case back, we include in that exhibition window, as you'll see with that NH35A. So either direction, that yellow component will turn. That's called the rotor, the counterweight on the inside. It's on a ball bearing system. Will actually wind up the watch automatically, hence the term automatic. So the whole theory is if you have the watch on your wrist all the time, it will stay wound up. Even on a full wind and you set the watch down, it will run for about 41 hours. And even notice on the back there, Justin, on the case back, we have that same texture, that same design that goes around for the bezel and the cable design that's included in both the strap and the bezel of the timepiece.
Look at that. How cool. Speedway Viper case. You have the hex screw design integrated into the side. All that mirror polishing. Here's one of the first times you got into, we've done the premium stainless steel inserts before, but now getting the scale work detail done on that too. It's Invicta. Nothing plain. It's not a plain silicone strap. Everything is dressed up perfectly on this build. Then the dial work. The depth and dimension on here is beautiful. You're going to notice we've built custom hands on here, like the claws of the Dragon for the hands. You can see his eyes here done in the red, all of the scales again, and you have that fan detail even as the base layer underneath the Dragon. Then when I tip the watch back, you're going to notice those huge globe luminous hour markers actually sitting atop those cylinders. So depth and dimension, done right on this. This is really what you come to expect from Invicta. Flame fusion crystal, which means scratch resistance, impact resistance. This is a material we have developed over many years, giving you the best of both worlds between mineral and sapphire. And you have two of those, front and back on this piece.
Yep, that's right. You guys, this watch is over 65% off here to get into that Dragon design, that unique cable that we've only had one or two other times before, along with the elements that go along for the strap of the timepiece here too, and it being a mechanical automatic. So as you'll see, we have to wrap this up. Item number 649497 and perfect 5-star review on Evine's website from Customer Choice.
Very cool.
Yep. All right, Kendi is coming back. All right.
All right, guys, so we are going to head into some of the biggest hits of the night over the next 20 minutes, and then a lot of new coming up next hour. So we started the hour with this bolt. It is the #1 top-selling bolt of the year. You are loving it. Red, gold tone black, or the silver tone blue, under $100. Huge, 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 huge hit. All right, so back for the first time in 6 months. This sold out in June. It's just back in stock, and we're about to say goodbye to the silver tone already.
Okay.
It is a numbered limited edition Jason Taylor timepiece called the Chaos. The silver tone sells out every single time it's on the air. And in fact, because this is a numbered limited edition, this might be the final quantities forever. And it will come delivered to you beautifully in your Jason Taylor 3-slot dive case. The big question is, how many do we have left in the silver tone? I'm a little worried about the silver tone. Fewer than 75, over half sold out in the silver tone. And then we have the black available, where we only have about 100 pieces available, and that is all she wrote. So what is it about this Chaos that our customers go absolutely bonkers for?
Well, I think it's a couple different things. It's a very, very unique design in terms of bracelet that you're getting. So you see the large oversized pins that go down for the first 3 links of the timepiece, and then multiple links make up the rest in a tapering fashion that goes along. And then just the oversized gear that we're talking about for the unidirectional rotating bezel that makes up that watch. So even when you look on the inside of the timepiece, you'll be able to see 3 different components that are actually coming out, and those represent the individual subdials on the inside of the timepiece for that Ronda Z60. You'll be able to see also that semi-transparent dial where you can see the date wheel going all the way around the timepiece. But here's the thing, Kendi, is I think why it's been one of the top sellers here tonight is because we just don't have these very often. I said this before in our first presentation. Justin had just mentioned it. The reason why this watch is here right now is because Justin talked to the watch department. He said, you guys have to bring the Chaos back. You have to bring it back. And they're kind of holding back a little bit. They're like, oh, I don't know for sure. And he's like, no, you really need to do it. And everybody's glad that he pushed it there because we've had some great variations. We have the JT badge on the back here, so it's a numbered limited edition, a $9.99. And being that we don't see it very often, it's such a cool design. That's why it's selling so well tonight.
Well, and keep in mind, this is a numbered limited edition of $999. So at some point, it's going to be gone.
Correct.
Gone forever. Now, the black execution is cool because it's actually a combat edition, right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is combat. You're talking about all those grays, those dark charcoals, black that makes up the timepiece. There's one little red component right at about that 7 to 8 o'clock position. Just says limited edition. You can't see it from afar, but that's what we're talking about, that combat variation for this timepiece. So you'll be able to see those little pods that actually rise up at the 3 o'clock position, which measures out your perpetual seconds to keep you in time with both the hour and the minute hand. Then down at the bottom of the dial, for rising up from that 6 o'clock position, that is your 30-minute chronograph or your stopwatch. Then at the 10, 11 o'clock position, then is your day of the week. And you can see that date window moving all the way around inside of this watch. Unidirectional rotating bezel, but then again, everything is done in that jet black. South side of the case, Invicta here. North side of the case, you'll find the JT logo again. So a little bit hidden out there, but that's what you were saying, Kendi, is all the little subtleties, all the little attention to detail that we create for the timepiece. You'll see a lot of them right away, but it's pretty cool because you can wear the watch numerous times. You'll be like, hey, I never saw that or noticed that before with this watch because it's invincible in detail.
I'm going to have Ryan also put on that silver tone for you, since the silver tone is always the runaway hit. It's the one that sells out over and over and over, and I'm guessing that we're getting really close to the end of the run. That means really close to the end of the numbered limited edition. And we rarely get all of the edition here at Evine. You have to keep in mind, Invicta distributes their watches all around the world, and they are growing and opening up new stores and new locations and offering their watches to new retailers every single year. Okay, so the silver tone?
Yeah.
Look at it. I mean, no wonder it is the runaway hit. To me, it's a very guys watch. It's very geary. It's a lot of components. It's just, but yet, because that bracelet is so flexible, it's really easy to wear.
Well, that's it. The bracelet just beautifully wraps around the wrist, and the reason why is we just have just a little slight gap in between them, so it just makes a bigger bracelet, a wider bracelet, extremely fluid that just wraps around the wrist. So, I mean, there's a great balance that goes along with the watch, and the bracelet is quite generous. I would say about an 8 3/4 inch wrist size can get into this timepiece here tonight.
This might be the last time you see this for a long time. Maybe forever, if these are the final quantities in the numbered limited edition. It is the Jason Taylor Chaos. Jason Taylor, by the way, a great guy, a great man, won the Walter Payton Award when he was playing football. He is a wonderful philanthropist now. He spends a lot of time with children, and he was a great football player. So he is now in the Hall of Fame. He, works with Al Allo, the CEO of Invicta Watch Group, to create pieces that really meet his standards and create pieces that are unique in design. The Chaos is definitely it. Keep in mind, it will come in the 3-slot dive case. We've not seen a lot of dive cases tonight.
Yeah, that's true,
We've
actually.
seen almost none. And $50 is your investment to get this piece home and get it on your wrist. You have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So good luck in dialing. All right, where's Marvel Man? Where's Deadpool? Where's Spider-Man? Oh, now. 4 dozen left. Und das ist alles. 4 dozen. This is a brand new markdown on the 2-carat monster 54mm Grand Diver Automatic. Never before have we even come close to under $1,000. This is a $2,500 Grand Diver for under $900 on a value pay of $150. We will happily get this home to you. on your market set dial. And that is 300 meters water resistant, as are almost all grand divers. Well, this past holiday season, the last month, this has been the runaway hit in our Marvel collection. If this was not a Marvel, if this was simply, although there's nothing simple about it, but if it were simply a Bolt Zeus, a reserve level on a bracelet, $279 is an exceptional price tag. But to tack on top of it, the amount of time and effort and detail it takes to get Marvel and Invicta to agree upon a specific design for a watch, and then number this as a numbered limited edition, it's crazy town. I think when we launched this like 4 weeks ago, that was an oopsie price. I am pretty darn near sure it was not supposed to be $1,000 off of the Evine price.
Pretty low. Yeah,
it's really low. We have the final quantity in Captain America, in Punisher, in Black Panther, in the Tony Stark, and in the Spider-Man. And it is the only execution of any Marvel watch by Invicta that's all masks. It's all the mask design. And honestly, some of the best executions ever. The problem is, we're kind of doing a holiday recap here. We're super limited. In fact, I'm going to hand that Punisher right over to you.
I think there's under like 20 left here.
The final 18 in the Punisher, and that's all she wrote.
You know, they're all numbered limited editions. I know why this one's been a huge hit, by the way. You can see that Punisher design on that skull. At the 6 o'clock, you have that revolver design. You have the automatic pistol design on both sides of that. Then you have the rifle cartridges, the rifle rounds, completely surrounding the outer portion of that dial. Then the plating techniques here. Look at this. You have the silver tone. You have the black ionic plating on this mixed with some gunmetal. That is a perfect watch. This is another one of those timepieces that I actually shared kind of a sneak peek of a production sample on my Instagram page a long time ago. So I know you guys have been waiting for this for a very long time. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Being Zimmer, BeingZimmer. And I'll show you some production samples coming up, sometimes close to a year coming up, but also kind of what's coming up in the show so you can get a heads up. Like one of these.
Well, last night you teased the
last
Tria,
call.
And the Tria is almost sold out. It'll get another look a little bit later in this hour.
Punisher.
Do you want to go through them live here? Or you want to do the monitor? What do you want to do?
Oh, it's up to you. I don't know how much time we have.
We're going to play at the big screen. So I'm going to go faster through the monitor. So we'll start with the Punisher again, but let's kind of zoom through these. We'll start with the Punisher once again. Sometimes it's easier because there's so much detail to really see it on that larger screen. You'll notice that with Spider-Man, the blue plating on the case and bracelet. With Captain America, steel. With Iron Man, you're getting the gold tone. With the Black Panther, the black plating. The coolest plating, I think, is the Punisher because you're getting the two-tone down the bracelet, which is really rare in a Bolt Zeus.
They're all really cool. You're going to see how everything changes with the artwork here. This is that Punisher design. It's going to be gone here before the end of this hour. That's how popular this is. The skull, you can see how three-dimensional the skull is on this piece. We have that custom second hand with the Punisher logo once again. Here's that revolver area I was talking about where you would load the bullets here, the cartridges here. You can see the rifle rounds running all the way around this outer portion. Here you have the automatic pistol, semi-automatic pistol design. You can see the slide, the trigger that's done. That's on both sides of this as well. Cutouts on the eyes are going to be the sub-dials for your movement on the inside. Keep in mind, this is also, we're talking about a beautiful dial, but this is Bolt Zeus, reserve level quality Bolt Zeus built to true professional dive specifications. Here's another extremely popular execution. Excuse me. This is Black Panther, so you're going to notice the main portion of the dial is done in that mask design. It has that texture that mimics the look of his suit. You know, the necklace that he would wear where his suit would actually come from in the movie is done down here from at the 6 o'clock position, mirror polished perfectly, custom hand once again on this build, and it's a triple black design. It's Black Panther, right? Black case, black bracelet, black bezel. Spider-Man. Extremely popular here. You're going to notice multi-level design. The base level is done in a red. As you step up one, you're going to notice the blue making up the mask, but then you're going to notice a silver tone polished web design set on top. Web design down here at the 6 o'clock. Spider-Man design that's set on top. Once again, all three-dimensional. Nothing flat on here. It's building up on top of the main portion of the dial, giving you that depth and dimension. Very rare here, all done in the blue ionic plating with the pops of red.
All right, and
Spider-Man.
the only Captain America that I've ever seen where the dial's done in the mask design.
Well, you know, patriotic super soldier, red, white, and blue can never go wrong with this. One of my favorite, too. The mask is done so perfectly. I should say the helmet on this design, sharp lines. You can see his eyes again, hiding those subdials. Captain America logo completely mirror polished up here at the 12, and you still have that shield design, that shield logo down here at the 6 o'clock position. Lots of the details now trimmed in the red, like up here it says Invicta Reserve. The trim work around the subdials on this one's going to glow very bright during low light situations. This is it. You want more than one? Now's your time. Price is ridiculous. They're numbered limited editions. Once these are gone, they're retired. So it's not only part of Marvel history, this is part of Invicta history here as well. A huge partnership coming together to create these super styles. Here we have the Iron Man execution. Check this out. Here is that design, that arc reactor, which is not only saving his life, but it's powering that suit. I love the colors that we chose beneath, so it looks like it's glowing like it does in the movies, and his eyes too.
All right, we are down to single digits in the Punisher.
Single digits?
Like a handful. Literally a handful in the Punisher. This is, in my opinion, the best overall value in a Marvel Invicta timepiece, period. Is it the lowest price Marvel? No, we've got lower price pieces. But guys, in terms of what you're getting, the detail, the Bolt Zeus in the Reserve collection, on a bracelet, it's crazy. And if you haven't seen this before, it will come in the Marvel box.
A custom case.
Which is marvelous.
Custom case. Everything's been done right. Producer Dave's pick is the Spider-Man, so we're doing our last look on that one. Check that out. That is awesome.
That's
Blue
Charlie's favorite,
with
right?
The red. Look at this.
Look at that. Look at that on the wrist. All blue ionic plating. Not a lot of watch companies do that. Celebrate that big
Talk
birthday.
about cool.
Celebrate that big occasion. Celebrate how much fun you have. If I didn't have to work tomorrow night, I'd take my husband out for his birthday to go see a Marvel movie. He's a New Year's Eve baby.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, isn't that fun? It's always a party. Always a party on New Year's Eve. It's a great time to have a... Oh, now the Bolt Zeus Tria. There are fewer than 40. It has been MIA for 3 years. November of 2015 was the last time that was on the air. 3 years. And I have 40 left. And then when that originally launched, it was like $1,400. It's $699 tonight.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. Well, here's another one. This is last call, guys. As far as we know, it's the lowest price we've ever done on a 2-carat diamond watch by Invicta. It's the Grand Diver in the grandest size, the 54 millimeter. 467 diamonds on the dial. 467 diamonds set into steel. Had to be a superhero that did that, right? It's hard to set diamonds into steel. Automatic movement, home on your wrist in a week for $150. We've never come close to even dipping under $1,000, and typically this retails for about $2,500.
I mean, this is the coolest Grand Diver you're going to get into. Exhibition case back. So you have on the inside a specialty movement. It needs no batteries here. This is being driven by gears and levers and springs. Mechanical automatic movement means to enjoy this watch, all you have to do is wear it. You wear this every single day, but as you wear this, it spins that rotor, which is customized for us at Invicta in the yellow, winds up what's called the mainspring, and then the regulated release of all of that stored energy happening right there drives the mechanics of this build. But check this out. As I move this watch and I show you the front of this one, this is basically a massive dinner plate with tons of diamonds, just shy of 500 diamonds, just shy of 2 full carats. Talk about stealing a watch. If you've been waiting for a high carat diamond timepiece at a steal of a price, you can wear this. Imagine this. You can put this on your wrist for $150 a month on value pay. This is how you do it. And you're doing it in one of the most coolest styles we've done, one of the most highly sought after, most popular styles, which is the Grand Diver. A full variation, Grand Diver helmet logo machined into the crown, Grand Diver machined on the side, Grand Diver helmet logo in the lug system. Now, we've done some grand divers in our history without this detail on the lug. Typically, it happens on quartz variations because it's not as thick. The case isn't as thick and we don't have the room. Here it's done that way. Now, the difference on this one is that it's larger. Traditionally, the grand diver was built to a higher degree of quality from the pro diver. You know, if we're going back in time here, we're pushing 200 years in the watch industry, relaunching the brand in the early 90s with a pro diver. That was a 38, 40 millimeter case size. Then upgrading that into a grand diver at 47 millimeters. And we're talking about upgrading not just case size, design and quality, because it went from a dive instrument of a little bit over 600 feet to 1,000 feet of water resistance. And this one maintains that as well, but now taking it further from 47 to 54. So this is the largest grand diver we build in a mechanical automatic with all of these beautiful diamonds on this piece. Am I making you feel uncomfortable, Tom? Right here, right now.
What are you talking about?
$150.
Were you flirting with Tom from way across the room?
I don't know if that's how I would describe that, but that's absolutely not what was happening.
We've only done
$150. Look at
maybe
this.
4 executions of the Grand Diver in the 54 millimeter ever. In fact, we launched it a year ago. Wasn't it a year ago at the Invicta Marine Pavilion? Last Christmas? I think it was.
It starts to blend.
Sold out instantly. And then we brought out some abalone designs. I don't even know
Look at this.
if we have any of the 54 millimeter Grand Divers on our website. We might.
That is gorgeous.
So if you don't want the diamonds, I don't know why you wouldn't want the diamonds, but if you don't want the diamonds, you can go online to evine.com and check out and see if we have any other 54 millimeter Grand Divers. So this is really the Grand Diver that's built for those of you that want more of the octane size.
It's big. You know,
Borders on octane.
I would say it's oversized, although when you think about it, the vast majority of exciting styles we build in that 50 millimeter range. You know, Sub-Aqua Specialty is a 52. This is only 2 millimeters larger than that. So if you're wearing Sub-Aqua Specialties, if you're wearing Venoms, here it is. A little bit more of a slim piece, though, not quite 20 millimeters, but physically a larger build. I would still call it, you know, in that oversized territory for sure.
I keep going back to 467 diamonds, perfectly matched and handset.
Ryan, was
almost 500
was
diamonds.
that squeaky leather? I just heard it over there.
It was Jim. And plus, Todd's in a different state.
Oh, Todd's in a different state.
So Ryan, you got to come over here and say goodbye to everybody because you're
Are you
going,
leaving us?
right? So there's only like 2 or 3 minutes to chat on YouTube.
You can try the watch on then.
YouTube goes off.
Over to the
okay.
The
He's just
YouTube
gonna leave
goes
us.
off. No, he wants to go over to the model area.
I know. He's a model.
He doesn't want to leave his YouTube chat because we cut him off in like 2 minutes, right?
Yep.
Is that what happens?
When are you back, Ryan?
I'm back on the 1st in the evening, so you can go to my Instagram and Facebook page, Invicta Ryan. I'll be posting for that. Oh, I'm running out of my
Run
voice.
out of gas?
I've been on for 6 hours today.
That looks good.
Yeah, check that out.
That looks really good. Happy New Year, Ryan.
Yeah, same to you.
Have a
and
fun celebration.
We'll do, yeah, with all the kids tomorrow night, so we're just going to have a nice evening in.
Game night, play a little golf.
I think so.
You know what would make it better?
What's that?
Diamond watch.
Diamond watch definitely would.
Dinner plate diamond watch. That's exactly what you're getting. So Ryan's back on January 1st in the evening.
Correct.
I think we're together.
Yeah.
I think we are, if
we are.
I'm not mistaken. You got a couple of days off, Justin?
I think so.
Woo-hoo.
I got to make a diaper run.
Got to make a diaper run tomorrow. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break. We're going to take a short break because Power Play is over. So we are closing out the YouTube show, but Justin and I will be back for one more full hour of Invicta, so don't go anywhere.
Stained glass has fascinated us for over 1,000 years. It has inspired reverence, added elegance, and elevated luxury in homes across the world. Add Tiffany-style lighting to any room, and you'll delight in timeless design.
Countdown to 2019 in style during our wonderful New Year's weekend. Toast to savings on home essentials from Waterford, Tiffany-style lighting, Diamond Invicta dials, and more. Plus, special event pricing to make this New Year's party one to remember. Going on now, only on Evine.
I'm Jorge Perez. Join me this New Year's Eve as we celebrate with the exclusive Waterford Crystal toasting flutes, ornaments, and of course the exclusive Times Square collectibles. Ring in 2019 with the grace and elegance of Waterford Crystal.
You don't like my singing?
I didn't
Is that what's going
I just
on?
didn't know what it was from.
Welcome in, everyone. Power play is over, but we're not going anywhere. We have one more hour of Invicta remaining. My name is Kendi. Justin Zimmer from Invicta is joining us in this hour. And then he's got a couple of days off. He's got to make a diaper run, celebrate the new year with
Who
your
knows?
new baby.
I may disappear from that diaper run there. It's treacherous.
Is it?
Yeah, you got to navigate the baby area.
I'm way past that. Way past the baby
I might
stage.
even pick up some wipes. I don't know.
We want to hear from you. We want to hear what you're doing for New Year's Eve. We want to hear what watches you got for the holidays. We want to know what you're wishing for in 2019. So load up those phone lines and say hi. So we've got some items that you've not seen over the last couple of hours. And you guys, this event is almost over. That means this event price is almost gone. And right now in our inventory, it is by far the lowest priced Reserve Bolt Zeus Magnum we have online at Evine.com. One of my favorite timepieces, but one that's rarely seen, is the capsule. I don't know how.
I love these executions, though.
I love the colors,
This
too.
is the gold tone with the brown. Never seen before, but then brown or blue, and I believe that's mother of pearl.
Well, and in the brown,
Brown.
4 dozen.
Is that what it's called?
In the brown blue. No, I'm just making it up. In the brown blue. In the blue, we've got a little bit better quantity.
Brown.
But I'm always astonished.
Yeah.
Because I know what goes into building this piece and how affordable the capsules are.
I know. And you know,
Right?
back in the day, that was really well known for the machining that takes place on that case. It's visually striking.
Well, this is my first time visiting with the 46mm Pro Diver Automatic on the paracord nylon strap. This was a huge runaway hit in December. I never got to see it. It's gone in the gray. Ooh, if you want the blue, 1 dozen. 1 dozen in the blue. 100 in the black. 160 in the white. You order this, by the way, via the color of the dial. So if you like that blue dial on the left, 15 remain. Good luck in dialing. It does feature an NH35A movement. Brand new strap on that. And, ooh, Man of War. Now, I know this has been on the air a couple times since then, but I personally have not seen this Man of War Ghost automatic since June in any of my shows. So I am so thrilled to see this back. And today we are doing a this day only price. And guess what? This day ends in 1 hour. This is the last hour of our Invicta show because next hour, it's all about the orb.
I want one of those.
All about the orb. Brian Kessler's going to be out. Is it with Laura Duthick or with Margie? Who's he going to be here with? Was it with Laura? It's the mystery woman. We'll see who's here. They have a today's top value in the orb. There it is.
There it
There's
is.
the
It's
orb.
so cool.
Right? So when that debuts in an hour, this price goes away. Maybe one of, if not the one of the sexiest watches Invicta builds.
Well, you know, we've built a few variations with Bridge Mechanical Automatics this year, and that's something we may do once a year. We may skip a year, but this execution in the Man of War is what everybody has been waiting for. Everybody has been looking for. It is now back. It's at the price that you love, and they're very limited. Keep in mind, even though you're getting into this movement, and I'm going to start to describe that, you're still in a case design that is built beyond true professional dive specifications, 1,000 feet. A lot of times when you get into these specialty movements, you don't have any water resistance whatsoever. This is another piece originally designed and built in our Imperious line that we brought over years and years ago. And if you're a big collector, this is one of the coolest case designs to collect as we've done some really crazy things. Our first ever bronze case was done in the Man of War. We did a all complete carbon design done in the Man of War. Now you're getting into the bridge variation. So you could get the most amount of variation in the Man of War case design.
The problem with the silver tone, 3 dozen. That's all we have, 3 dozen. The problem with the gold tone, fewer than I believe 80 available. This is kind of what I would call a cushion case. Invicta doesn't do a lot of the cushion cases. The bridge movement has become immensely popular. You're loving the cushion case. And at 50% off, you got to call now or forever hold your peace. Again, it's been at a couple of shows here and there. But for the most part, I have not seen this on the air since my show in June with this item. And I think you're right. To get a piece this glorious, this dressy looking, with the 300 meters water resistance, it's pretty remarkable. It's decorated inside and out. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, it's the perfect way to dress up this build, to showcase this movement. You can see it's a 21 joule mechanical automatic. Now, let's talk about the movement just real quick. Now, commonly when you get into bridge movements, they're done in mechanical variations or mechanical automatics. This is a mechanical automatic, so will wind itself with just you wearing this with the movement of your wrist. Then there's two quality variations within those two. There's a decorated and a non-decorated. This one is completely decorated. So it's really made to be displayed. So that's perfect when we start to get into our Ghost collection. So you're going to notice all of the material that remains highly detailed with the scroll work. Now, I mentioned Ghost. The Ghost design started many years ago with a watch called the Sapphire Ghost, which was a watch that displayed the ETA, was a 2824, I believe, originally, years and years ago, allowed you to see that from all sides. So when we get into a Ghost, it's allowing you to really see, and it displays the beauty of that movement. And this one is that specialty movement. It's called the bridge because it's bridging the case from the 3 o'clock to the 9 o'clock position, but everything is condensed into that bridge design. Now, typically, when you can see through a watch, it's called a skeletonized watch, but it's still, the movement encompasses the whole case. It's just that some sections are removed. Here, condensing it into that bridge is crazy when you think about it, because it's condensing everything that's needed to be, requires to operate in that small area, which in the world of watches, when you build to this tight tolerance, becomes very hard and very, very expensive. Real quick, too, this is that two-piece locking crown guard system. You have a screw-down crown, so when I unscrew this crown, what you're going to notice, you can manually wind this as well, and as I'm doing that, you're seeing how this works. That mainspring is winding up. That's where it's storing all of that energy, and then it's releasing and regulating all of that energy right over here, giving you the accuracy of that movement. But just think, this is what's so exciting. You can see the mechanics of the build, how this watch is operating. This is taking old school technology and incorporating it in such a way that's highly sought after.
Can we see this on your wrist
Look
again?
at that.
Because on the wrist, it is so sexy. It's, I mean, if you want to wear a watch that will bring women closer, I would recommend the gold tone. Women love gold. They're going to get closer and closer and closer to check this out.
Isn't that cool?
From across the room, it's a masterpiece. But as you get closer and closer and closer, it honestly looks like a piece you walked into a very specialty, boutique and spent thousands of dollars. When you look at timepieces that are thousands of dollars, they look like this, right?
Absolutely.
So for those of you who want to give the impression that you paid a lot more money on a watch, or if you just want a conversation piece, if you want to be remembered, if you're climbing that corporate ladder, if you're out there in the day-to-day job interview, maybe it's the grad gift for the kid out of college. See, to me, this is the perfect college grad gift. Here's why. Because they're still kids, right?
Yeah.
They're still goofing around. So the silicone strap and the 300-meter water resistance is really important. And yet when they put this on with that corporate suit to go to that interview, they're going to be remembered. Because with all handshakes and all resumes and all interviews created equal, what's going to set you apart? It's that you look successful. There's not an employer out there that doesn't want somebody that looks the part, that looks successful. This could put you over the edge.
It's one of those pieces. I mean, it's a specialty build. It's custom. That's what you see when you see this timepiece.
Ooh,
I mean,
10 left in the silver tone.
High-end design. Look at that. Everything is on display right here. You can see everything happening on the inside. 21 joule mechanical automatic on the inside.
10 remain in the silver tone. Just a few more than that in the gold tone. Personally, I've not seen this since June. That was 6 months ago. If you don't tune into the right show, if you don't tune into every show, you can miss the next time we have this.
That is so cool.
If we have this. By the way, the price expires at the top of the hour.
You know, when you look at this watch and you had that tight shot, I mean, it's like a museum piece. It's like the movement itself is suspended inside that watch and displaying that perfectly. Look at this.
That's sharp.
How beautiful is that?
And it looks like it takes time to
Look at
decorate
this.
it and put it together,
You
which
can
it
see,
does.
yeah, and even some of the gears you can see on the inside.
Gone.
It has, you know, the plating that's done on there as well.
Silver tone is gone.
Silver tone's gone.
Only gold tone left.
Gold tone?
At this point. This is, by the way, only received all and pretty much nothing but 5-star reviews. So
Yeah.
our customers get this home. It's a big watch, but on that silicone strap, super comfortable.
Actually, I chose the gold. That's what I was wearing last hour
Yeah.
on my other wrist. It was this one right here. Huge gold luminous markers, so that will glow very bright during woolite situations. That's actually done in super luminova, but look at that, right? It's all on display underneath that domed crystal, which gives you that magnification effect. This is just a beautiful watch. That's perfect.
I had 2 weeks off, but I couldn't see for part of the 2 weeks. So guess what I didn't see? Guess who I didn't see? Aquaman.
You didn't see Aquaman, that's right.
I was supposed to be the first person in line to see Aquaman.
Your boyfriend, Jason.
My boyfriend, Jason, and I haven't gotten to see it yet because I had eye surgery.
How's he doing, by the way?
I
Is he
don't know.
good?
I haven't
Is he
seen
good?
him.
Oh, you're supposed to say good. He's good. He's good.
So
had dinner last night.
This launched when I was off over the last 2 weeks, and we now have 9 left. 9, as in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is the DC Comics numbered limited edition Aquaman Poseidon. It's gorgeous. He's gorgeous. Get it.
That watch is gorgeous.
I've got to go see that on my days off this week.
Yeah, I
Gotta get my girlfriends
I want to
together.
see it too. It might be a while.
It's not probably a movie I
I
want
don't
to
know
see
if I
with my
can
husband.
do it anytime soon. We'll see. As soon as I can.
All right, so last night we did the unthinkable. We took a brand new Bolt Zeus Magnum down to the lowest price in our entire inventory. We do not have another Bolt Zeus Magnum anywhere near this price, and this one is on a bracelet. It's priced so sharply that the blue did sell out a couple of hours ago. Only the black remains, and it's pretty gorgeous. It is $289.99. It is on a value pay of $48.33 on your wrist, and then you get to wear it for the next, 6 months as you pay it off monthly interest-free. It is the one watch in Invicta's line that looks like they meant to build a building instead of a watch.
It's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
It's a masterpiece. I mean, just think about this. You know, back home at Invicta Design, just think about designing this watch. I mean, really throwing all the rules out on what you think about a wristwatch and completely, I'm not saying borrowing anything, completely redesigning from the ground up a brand new style. Now, a lot of times this is how I like to describe this. A lot of times we talk about depth and dimension with the dials. I mean, we're really well known for that. Beautiful architecture on the dials, but now that design is spilling out around the outer portion of the case. Look at the amount of material that is removed on the sides of the case. We have an additional module attached at the 6 o'clock. This is what Kendi was showing you. The only other watch that comes close to this design on the side is the newer engineered massive S1. That large S1 design where it's machined out on the side, the S1 is attached on the side. That's giving you that depth and dimension on that build. Now, before we launched this, I reached out to the production manager, to the production designer on this very secret execution we were building. And, you know, he was very excited, talking about building a watch that was engineered, designed, modeled after machines of war. Machines on the battlefield. That's how this thing is built. It's built like a tank. Look at all of the premium stainless steel machined out of this. Blocks of stainless steel. It's built to true professional dive specifications. This is done right. But then he further expanded on, you know, attaching the secondary module at the 6 o'clock position. Having to build this watch by coming up with new techniques. So we're really doing some crazy things here. New techniques to build the watch, retooling machines to be able to remove the amount of material that you see on the sides of the case. And that's why originally everything that we had built sold out in a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
And it took a full year to bring them back. Now is your time to get this. Never thought we'd be anywhere near $289.99 for a full bracelet execution. This is Generation 1. This is a Generation 1 reserve, but it transcends that into a masterpiece. And we talk about the Zeus. We were showing you that earlier. This is the Magnum. Same thing. Highly sought after. In fact, I would say it's currently one of the most highly sought after Invicta builds.
That's hot. I mean, guys, if you're just looking for
It's perfection.
we're like showing you sexy watch after sexy watch. The Man of War, sexy. This one is the watch you wear when you mean business. You know, if you're going out on the town, you're heading out, you've got your leather jacket on, you've got your big puffy coat on.
Big puffy coat.
That's what's happening here in Minnesota. It's cold.
Yeah,
What's
I haven't worn a jacket yet. I just have a flannel and a sweatshirt.
I have not put my winter coat on yet either.
There she is.
But I think
I want that globe.
Duffick.
I want the globe lamp. I've always wanted one of those.
So Tuesday night, -5. Time to get the puppy coats out. Tomorrow, 2.
I may put a hat on.
2 degrees
I may
tomorrow.
put a hat on. Maybe gloves. We'll see.
You know, this has actually been a really warm winter so far. We have not hit 50 below yet.
It's not a problem. I come from the land of the ice and snow. That's what I said.
That's all we've been talking.
Yeah, orb. That's what I said.
No, I've been saying orb.
Orb.
I've been saying orb.
That's what I said. Orb lamp.
You could put the orb right between us if you want.
Will it fit there?
Laura Duffick. Yeah, bring us the orb. Bring us an orb. Laura Duffick
if you
is here.
bring it out here, you won't see it again. Just so you
Laura
know.
Duffick is here with the orb.
I'll take it home, Laura.
Justin wants the orb.
I'm threatening you. I've wanted that orb for like over a decade.
Where would you put the orb?
Anywhere I want.
Anywhere you out in the garage?
I take it with me around the house. Everywhere.
Carry it over your shoulder?
Everywhere I go, that orb will follow.
Okay, this is hot. Guys, single men of the world, let me talk to you. Women will notice.
1 minute.
This is the lowest priced Bolt Zeus Magnum in our entire inventory, even those on a strap. $1,100 is a lot of money.
It's the ultimate. You know, it's for that guy that doesn't just want a dive watch, a dive timepiece, that classic look. This is taking art, design, engineering right to the edge. This is the definition of what reserve is on this one. This is beautiful. If you want something unique, you want something that stands out, you do it with this watch. And now today, the lowest price you've ever seen on this watch, $289.99. You today, get this, today for $48 and change plus tax and shipping, and you are wearing this watch.
All right, so for those of you who love this design, but you want Swiss.
The Auto Chrono, you mean?
We do have the Auto Chrono available.
These are Swiss-made movements too, but they're quartz.
Yeah, this is the Auto Chrono. This is the Salida SW500.
Yeah.
If you want the Salida SW500 version,
which you do,
we will not have a presentation on it, but it is available. So I just wanted to put it out there.
Very limited.
It's kind of like the white dial, which I love with the blue accents. And that is $656,333 on a value pay of $185.
And it's the only, Swiss-made Auto Chrono in the show, I believe. So that's a big deal.
You're right about that. It's a treat. So, speaking of a treat, how about 2 carats of diamonds on a reserve Bolt Zeus? That's close to 500 diamonds.
I'd say yes.
Dripping off the dial onto the lugs. Hasn't been on air since the cruise of 2017, almost a year. Haven't seen that in almost 1 full year. Well, we're going to do a quick special on a very beautiful Bolt Elegant automatic with an abalone dial. Why is it going to be a quick special? Well, this debuted not too long ago, and it's almost completely sold out. The gold tone version sold out. The gunmetal version to your right with the red abalone, 30. And the silver tone version on the left. Look at that. Beautiful, creamy white mother of pearl dial.
That's the only time. No, it's abalone.
Is it abalone?
It's abalone, but it's the only time that we've done like that color. Yeah. Look at that.
On a white leather strap.
That's the red.
So the red, if you like the red, order gunmetal. If you like the white, order silver tone.
Yeah.
And if you've never seen this before, the Bolt Elegance is 2 giant cables sandwiched in that case.
It's the first and only time that we had done that in this design. So originally the Thunderbolt, if you're familiar with that design, was the first time where we utilized the larger cables, but we built one with the 3 and we built one with the 5. This was the first time where we combined both cables into that case design. I like to say it's that basically this is the precursor to just building a massive case out of a cable. Basically, I mean, if we could figure out how to suspend or make a case out of the cable design, getting rid of this section right here, you just have a case built out of cable on this one.
Get it done.
Right, so you're going to see this is that larger cable. It's really cool how it sits in there beautifully. It's capped off with the bezel on this design. And then, I was mentioning the Sapphire Ghost. We were talking about the Man of War. These hands, if you're familiar, the hands on here were borrowed from the Sapphire Ghost. So you have a really iconic design detail on the hands. Those will glow very bright during low light situations. We've poured it over that crown from the X-Wing design. Once again, it's a multi-piece design. And then on the inside, get this, for a $20 value pay, I would say you're getting into a huge amount of engineering in the case design, in the movement on the inside. So you have a mechanical automatic being driven by gears and levers and springs. In fact, you yourself will power this with the movement of your wrist right there with that rotor. I mean, art, engineering, $20. I mean, this is the time where we didn't just throw a cable on a case. This is completely re-engineering a case design.
This is a highly reviewed item. You can read all the 5-star reviews on our website if you'd like to. I'm going to grab one of them and put it on to show you how it fits on a woman's wrist, because I know a lot of you gals are probably really checking out that white mother of pearl. In the meantime, we're going to go to the phone lines and say hello to William out in Ohio. William, happy holidays. How are you tonight?
All right. How are you?
Terrific. Have you shopped with us before, or are you brand new with us, William?
I'm pretty brand new, but I've been shopping with you for a while.
Terrific. Great. You picking up a watch tonight?
I'm watching it on.
Did you get a brand new timepiece? I don't know that William can hear us. Are you there, William?
Yeah. I just received my Worry Shark watch, and I love it. I'm wearing it right now. It is a beautiful watch.
Nice.
Very cool.
And before then, I got the iForce Raptor with the green dial, and it is a fantastic watch too. And I have an Aquila. It was black on black, and my first watch I bought was a Bolt Zeus.
Wow, first watch.
You've got great taste.
Yeah, and it's I love them. I love all of them. I wear them all. I switch them off. And I've also bought some of your one of your coats.
Nice.
When, Mark from New York.
Yeah.
Well, you know what you need to do, William? You need to go ahead and get that orb lamp coming up in about 40 minutes.
Oh, excuse me, William. I'm
orb
so sorry.
lamp. Thank you, William, for the call.
William,
Enjoy
thanks
your
for your
jacket
call. He's got
and
a
your
great
watches.
collection.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice. Oh, Aquaman is gone. Aquaman is gone. Kind of sort of warned you that was going to happen.
It is gone.
All right, if you missed the presentation on the Chinook West 1 rally.
Did the music just change?
Yeah. The blue is gone. The blue sold out, but we have a couple silver tone only. Fantastic bracelet on that.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah.
I mean, we were talking about that earlier. One of the most complex bracelets, the most popular S1 to No variation, and it's the Touring, but now glass fiber, which adds an additional level, an additional layer to that dial. Steel today for one.
Brand new markdown.
99% of the time it's on a strap.
Yeah.
99% of the time. It's a return of the bracelet.
The capsule is such a cool watch. And every time I see a price come up on a capsule, I'm amazed, because this is not a $149 watch. Guys, this is a $500 timepiece in 2 new color executions. On the right, brown dial. On the left, blue dial. And if you want the brown in that gold tone, it's magical. There are only 40 pieces remaining, and that is it. This is always so much watch for the money.
I mean, these are the coolest executions I've seen in quite some time in the capsule. Here's the choices real quick, but keep in mind, you're ordering by the dial, which is mother of pearl. Look at this. So that's blue mother of pearl. Very rarely seen. How beautiful is that? Now, I love the blue, but that brown is ridiculous as well. Unfortunately, we're going to show you the brown, but it's going to be almost last call on the brown. That is brown mother of pearl, and I just got word there are 40 pieces left. 40 in that brown mother of pearl. You guys know what happens. When you merge that brown mother of pearl with gold tone, it is over. But now the elements on here, like around the bezel and the hardened poly center links, done in the brown too. This was engineered at a very exciting time in Invicta history. That I'm glad that we're back with these pieces. We've done a few different variations with this type of bracelet. We're trying to bring some of those back as well, different variation, but that same kind of material and look. So it's maintaining that texture on this, but it's actually making it a little bit lighter on the design. But look at those outer links. I mean, this is engineering right here at its finest. Push button deployant, seamless design. Right here, you just press both buttons at the same time, opens right up. It has that reserved clasp with that beautiful engine perlage design, engine turn perlage design, so it's decorated. But then this is what Kendi was talking about. This is a watch that was known back in the day with all of the beautiful machining into that premium steel once again. This is about the art of watchmaking. Then you have a coin edge texture that's actually done on the side of that watch, which then continues onto the bezel of this piece. If you're that true collector, if you're that big collector, you want to get into more rare pieces, this is the one. This is still one of my favorite designs we've ever done. Unfortunately, you don't see it very often. I mean, not even once a year, I would say.
When's the last time you saw brown mother of pearl dial? Months and months and months and months and months.
Isn't that cool?
I have not seen a brown mother of pearl dial in forever. It is
bracelet.
Gorgeous. Now, if you choose the blue mother of pearl dial, you're still going to get those brown accents on the outer kind of bezel and down the center links. That's beautiful as well. If you're a denim guy, I would get the blue for sure. But that brown mother of pearl is almost gone. The only other brown that we've seen tonight, the only other brown that I've seen in months is that mosaic tiger eye piece that we had in the Grand Octane. And that was the hour before last. So that's available online at evine.com. By the way, speaking of available, all the jewelry that I'm wearing, the shell jewelry in the ring is all part of our Samuel Benham collection, artisan collection from Bali. And I believe he is here on the 1st with that collection. So watch for that. It might be late tomorrow night. I'm not really sure. But you can look up Benham Designs, Samuel Benham Designs on our website at evine.com if you'd like to.
You know, I would still say on this one, too, if you're that collector and you like more rare pieces, I would still say that the capsule is more of a rare build. Yeah. There's some styles that are so popular that we build so many different executions in them, but this one is still rarely seen. In fact, if you're new to Invicta, this might be a new design for you that you've never seen before. That's how rare this piece is. That brown is approaching a complete sellout here, guys. Then that blue, check this out. When I tip this watch forward, that's that deep Invicta blue, has that kind of blue ocean quality to it. You're going to see the shimmer because that's done in that mother of pearl. It is beautiful. Now, one time years ago, we actually built the capsule in a auto chrono, which is really cool. I wish we would do that again. I think we only did that one time in history with that Swiss-made mechanical automatic on the inside. Here, you're getting into the Swiss parts variation of the Ronda Extra Tech Caliber Z60. So not only is it a chronograph, so you can track elapsed time, day-date complications. So date at the 4, day of the week over there at the 9 o'clock. The function pushers you'll utilize to activate the chronograph, which is the analog stopwatch. Very easy to do that. But you're noticing the texture that I was talking about even continues, not only on the bezel, but that continues to the crown and function pushers of this piece. I mean, it's a work of art.
Nice. I am loving this brown mother of pearl. I just put it on my wrist because I want to show this to the ladies before it sells out. We only have a dozen left in the brown mother of pearl.
This could work for the women.
You could wear this.
It does have some reduced weight because of those center links on the bracelet, by the way. And it's so the bracelet has such a flexibility to it. It just wraps around you. It's very comfortable.
And the brown mother of pearl is off the charts fantastic. You can see the flashes of persimmon, and look at that, and golds. Look at the quality of that mother of pearl. Invicta does phenomenal quality mother of pearl. Look at that. So it's last call on the brown, and then it will be last call on the blue.
Yep.
And at 70% off. Now, this is not an item that we're getting rid of. This is not an item that's been in inventory for 3 years, and so we've marked it down. No, this is just a holiday surprise. This is a thank you for watching. This is brand new in these two executions, which kind of doesn't make sense that we're doing a price this low because of the quality of that mother of pearl.
Oh, I mean, the quality of the mother of pearl, the quality of the design. This is going back many, many years. The brown, it's gone?
The brown's gone.
But look at the outer links. Look at the mirror polishing, the beveling on the side, the brush finish on top, and then you get into those center links. That, I mean, that is art. Look at all the texture. Look at all the machining. that takes place on this build. I love this one. I hope we keep building this. You know what's really cool, though, and I said this before, for a watch collector, if you still want to get into a watch that's not built that often, here you're doing it today for a $25 value pay. There's that orb.
There's the orb. I thought Laura was bringing you the orb.
I told her if she brought it out here, it'd be mine.
Oh.
I think I scared her.
I think you scared her, too.
The orb.
In 30 minutes, a lot of the specials that we're doing for this 4-hour block of Invicta go away. There's no Invicta tomorrow. I think it's mostly orbs tomorrow.
Orbs?
I think it's mostly home tomorrow.
Okay.
I think it's Waterford Crystal. I think I have Tiffany Lights tomorrow night. And then there's Invicta on New Year's Day. And then there's a little break, right?
I think I'm back like next weekend or this, weekend.
So you get to have some serious baby time.
A couple days off, yeah.
Right? Serious baby time. Why don't you take the baby and Kat and I will go watch Aquaman.
There you go. Sounds
Oh, we are now down to gold tone only in the Man of War automatic. Fewer than 5 dozen. I personally have not seen that in 6 months. I think it's been on the air once or twice, but not at that price. $238.99 is only for the day, only for the next 30 minutes. That's a gorgeous bridge movement. 645118 is the item number. All right, super bargain pricing is not unlike once only pricing. Once something hits a super bargain price, it is not going lower. So I'm going to have you think ahead. I know a lot of you are gifted out, you're done shopping, but there's stuff coming up. There's sons' graduations, there's birthdays, there's Father's Day, there's anniversaries. If you know anyone that loves racing, is a huge fan of racing, Pete Greenman, one of our directors here, he and his wife travel around the country watching races. They love it. It's kind of their thing. This would be the perfect gift for Pete. So first of all, your watch is going to come in this cute little helmet case. The reason for the question mark is we can't guarantee it'll be yellow or red or white. We have different colors. So if you order 2 or 3 of these, you might get a different color. But your watch will be housed in this watch case. And what you're getting is a Pro Diver quartz chrono in a really kind of a speeder look. We have the black blue, we have the blue red, and what's so impressive about this deal goes beyond the case. This is a 200-meter water-resistant dive watch on a bracelet with a flame fusion crystal. That price should be $169.
Oh, I mean, minus the case. This is a steal because the watch itself, Pro Diver, that's iconic, built on a grander scale. Solid, beautiful bracelet design, nothing folded or hollow, mirror polishing done throughout. It's built to true professional dive specifications. The 2 choices, you're ordering by the bezel. The black blue is a runaway hit. This one will be selling out probably tonight. And then we have the blue red as well, which is a very hot color combo, but it will ship in that helmet case. Once again, this is how you do it right. Flame Fusion crystal upgrade on here. So you're asking us right now, what has been taken away? Nothing. True dive specs, Flame Fusion crystal, premium solid stainless steel. It's all machined out of that design. Plus, it ships in that really cool new case. This is the newly engineered case. Let me put this in here just real quick.
So for $11.66, you can try out our brands.
How fun is this?
You can get this home for, after you invest, $11.66 plus the shipping and tax. You will then have 6 months to wear this as you pay it off interest-free. And when you talk about the quality of the bracelet, the quality of the water resistance, the quality with the Flame Fusion crystal, it's really an over-the-top value. Great grad gifts.
Yeah.
Great dad gifts.
Look at that.
We're going to go to the phone lines out to New York this time and say good evening to Michael. Michael, welcome to our Invicta program. How are you tonight?
I am good. How are you?
Terrific. Good. Thank you. Are you doing some shopping for yourself?
Yeah, I just saw the automatic abalone dial in red.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Terrific. Are you an Invicta collector? Are you there, Michael? Oh, I think somebody hit a button. We lost Michael.
Great pick, though. I think that's what he picked up right there, the abalone. The elegant
Sorry, we
pull.
lost you there, Michael. Somebody hit the red button when they heard red.
Producer Dave hung up on him. It wasn't me that time, he said.
Michael, thank you for your call.
Enjoy
that red-hot abalone
that.
dial. We so appreciate
Sorry
your call.
we couldn't speak longer.
I'm not sure what happened there. This is a It's a heck of a box.
It's a lot of watch.
It's crazy.
It includes that really cool case, but
Right?
already, look at this. It's a classic build. It's never going to go out of style. Both color choices, extremely iconic, too. Nothing is going out of style with this build. That more expensive look of a 5-piece design on that bracelet. Talk about gift giving. Talk about getting that brand new watch home that you'll fall in love with. It's right here.
It's a good-looking sporty number.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best buys of the night right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so start thinking your son's graduating. He's got a couple of buddies that are
Super bargain.
graduating. That is a great, great, great gift. Diamonds.
You're going to sing it?
Diamonds.
Sing it.
Dave was singing in my ear.
Dave was singing?
Yeah, he was. So
It is
this
sketchy.
diamond timepiece, 2 carats in a Bolt Zeus, has been MIA since our cruise last February, almost a year. It's
gorgeous.
back in stock, but we have the final few. Almost 500 diamonds on that watch. Look at the way they drip down the load.
I love that. I think you're into
Yeah.
something special when the diamonds spill out from the dial.
I think I need that dive case, yeah. We're doing back-to-back killer gift deals. If you want to impress, so what do you think is going to be more impressive? That kid on graduation day opens up card after card after card, throws a 20 here, cash, 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 cash. Unless you're gifting a lot of cash, that graduate will never remember after they write the thank you card what you gave them on graduation day. On the other hand, if they're sitting on the gift table, they are forever remembering it. And inside this $50 3-slot dive case, let me show you what it looks like, is a classic. It is a classic that he and or she could wear year after year after year after year. You know who I think this is perfect for? Groomsmen.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's
perfect.
so classic on a leather strap, your groomsmen at the groom's dinner the night before the wedding can put it on right away. They don't have to get it sized. So,
Yep.
ultimate groomsman's gift.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
When you're at an event like that, maybe you don't have the time to size a bracelet. You're wearing this automatically. So let's look at the price again. We'll dissect the price. $69.99 already for this watch is a steal. We'll get into the materials. But now that case is a $50 value. It's like $20 for this watch.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. Can you get a $20 watch out of retail all day long? What is it? It's a mystery metal, inferior metal, plastic crystals, fake straps. I shouldn't say fake. It's like a faux leather. It's like layers of plastic that have been put together that flake and fall apart. Genuine leather. This is done right. Beautiful details on the dial. The finishing techniques are done right. Mirror polishing. Finishing techniques I'd like to expand on too. Out at retail, I look at watches all the time. When I'm walking through stores and things like that, I'll look. Finishing techniques are big. This is where you're getting into a high-quality timepiece because the mirror polishing is done right. You're going to notice where the mirror polishing goes to brush finishing and things like that, like on the lug system right here. You're going to notice that lasers start and stop, right? That is beautiful. It's a beautiful line right there from the mirror polishing to that vertical brush finishing. Out at retail, you find watches. It spills over. It looks unrefined, unfinished. It's inferior. This is what you see. It doesn't matter for an $11 and change, and you're into Invicta quality. If you've never tried Invicta quality before, you get the case, you get the watch. But it doesn't matter if it's $11 and change on value paid or it's thousands of dollars with 2, 3, 4, 6 carats of diamonds. We had that piece recently. Finishing techniques are the same. Other companies, when you get into price points that are a little bit lower, they lower the quality of the finishing. Not here. It all goes through the same process.
And for the ladies that want something slightly oversized, which means easier to read, this is a piece you could wear easily because it is relatively slim at 13 millimeters. So this is a piece you could wear as your boyfriend watch. One of the one of the most important fashion looks for this particular winter for women is a suit look. The old men's suit look. This is a fantastic watch to wear with that look. It's only received pretty much all 5-star reviews. Our customers love it. And if you're looking for employee gifts to kick off the new year, maybe you need incentive gifts for that sales team. Maybe you're looking for thank you gifts for the best clients out there. Imagine walking in and saying, thank you. You think they're going to work harder for you? Oh, you bet they are.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice case.
$69.99.
Impact resistant, water resistant. Is it the only case we had tonight? Dive case.
Outside of the Jason Taylor piece, I think, yeah.
Oh, that one had a case. Yeah, 2 cases tonight. That's
that was it for the most part. Someone's dipped their toes into the jazz music.
We're jazzy.
We're jazzy. Jazz hands. Oh, that's Ryan, isn't it? Jazz hands.
Is it? Is he the jazz hands guy?
Bolt Zeus Magnum, lowest price Bolt Zeus Magnum in our inventory. The blue sold out, guys. If you want to lock that price down, you got to lock it down tonight. We have 20 minutes remaining before the orb.
The orb,
Laura
a.k.a.
Duffick,
the globe.
Brian Kessler, and the orb.
The sphere of light.
Boy, there's a whole lot of liquor on that Waterford set.
I know.
I bet those are good shows. I want to do that show.
It's real. It's not.
I know.
You know?
That's why I want to do one of those shows. So it was just a couple of weeks ago that the first ever paracord bracelet, or strap, I should say, debuted. And it's been a huge hit. We had 4 colors. We're now down to 3, and the blue dial is almost gone. You order this via the color of the dial. So if you like the blue, done in gold tone, it's the only gold tone left. We have fewer than a dozen. Okay?
Ooh, a dozen.
We also have black. That's on the left-hand side of your screen. And we have the white dial, which is one of my favorites because you see it so infrequently.
Yeah.
Classic 46-millimeter Pro Diver, 100 meters water resistant, on a brand new paracord nylon strap.
Yeah,
very popular.
It's the only time we've done this. I mean, there's full bracelets that are done in that braided design. So we thought, hey, let's try something like this. I love this too, by the way. So this is taking Pro Diver, building it on a grander scale. It says it's 15 millimeters thick. It almost looks like it's a little bit thicker than that design. You have the mechanical automatic on the inside, so premium mechanical automatic build, being driven by gears and levers and springs on this one. But the strap is extremely cool. Now, I guess the theory behind the paracord is like a survival kind of mentality, right, where you have the bracelets that way, where you always have some cord with you if you need it. So if you're out in survival mode, you got to watch. You don't have to worry about the batteries dying, things like that. But if you want to fashion some sort of shelter, there you go. You got some canvas. Boom, teepee. Find 2 trees, tie it together.
That's a tiny teepee. So are you a survivor kind of guy?
Am I a survival kind of guy?
Yeah, what if we dropped you off in the middle of nowhere?
I wouldn't say I'm a survivalist, but I grew up out in the middle of nowhere, so I think I'm better prepared than others.
Yeah?
Yeah? I think I could hang out in the woods.
Were you a Boy Scout?
I wasn't, no.
You weren't?
I don't know, I don't know. No, I was never a Boy Scout, but is that what that's about? I don't even know what the Boy Scouts are about.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
They go camping?
Very much about that. They go camping. Mm-hmm. They do all that survival stuff. I did a lot of that.
You were a Boy Scout?
No, I was a Girl Scout.
Do Girl Scouts do that?
Back in the day, hardcore.
Do they?
Almost more hardcore than some of the Boy Scouts, yeah.
I mean,
That's why I think it's bizarre that a girl would ever want to be a part of the Boy Scouts, because the Girl Scouts are hardcore.
What do they do?
Climb Pikes Peak.
I used to live right by Pikes Peak.
Did you?
No.
Yeah.
This is my backyard.
Do that? Did a big camp in Switzerland? Did a lot of.
That sounds like fancy Girl Scouts.
It was not fancy. It was not fancy. It was tense, and then we had a huge flood, and no.
It was very tough. I was at the Ritz, and it was only 4 stars. It was I had to survive the week.
No, we were camping
on
in the
room
mountains.
service, 4 stars, and then we sold cookies.
You know what? I'm going to drop you off at the Gunflint Trail. Canoe.
You know what?
Paddle. And get your portaging.
Where my parents lived, we spent the holidays there. It's out in the middle of nowhere. There's always been bears very close, but now it's on the road right next to their house. There were bear tracks, so it's like right there. So that concerns me a little bit with the kids, but as long as they're loud enough, keep the bears away.
Yeah, get them some pots and pans.
Did you learn that in the Girl Scouts?
Well, if the bears come, well, I'll tell you what you do. You tie your food up in the trees when you go to bed at night.
Why?
You find a big limb.
You just let them eat it.
Because then it's not close to you, it's not on the ground, and the bear won't get it. We're getting way off track here.
We have. I don't know what happened.
It's like a survival show. I don't know.
Brian, we need some orb talk.
Okay, so Brian Kessler, Laura Duffick, and the orb. And then,
it sounds like a movie.
And then it's Jorge Perez
Brian Kessler.
and a whole studio full of booze.
Brian
What's going
Kessler.
on here?
Laura Duffick in the orb.
It's a thriller. You got to stick around. Well, this is a really great moment because the orbs, no matter what pattern of glass we've offered these in the past, they usually will sell out within an hour. So, of course, what a great way to ring in the new year with one of the most unique unique types of lamps that we offer at all of Tiffany Style Lighting. This one is called the Empress. It's a brand new pattern. It's going to go beautifully with the pieces you already have. And I love the juicy color arrays that they have in each one of these, whether it's spice, royal, ivory, or the emerald, which I have a feeling is going to go rather fast. So that's coming up tonight for just a $23.33 value payment. So now you get the Orb Thriller.
But he doesn't want the orb anymore. He wants your jacket now.
You can borrow it anytime.
Because you look so fancy.
It's going to be
fancy.
big on you, though.
You're a fancy man.
Brian is kicking off New Year's a little early with that fancy jacket.
He's a fancy dude.
He's a spiffy dresser. You know who else is? Jorge Perez.
Yeah, he is.
Who's coming up around the corner here.
In that puffer coat.
Look at his shoes.
In that vest.
Woo, Jorge.
Yeah. Oh, look at those shoes. Sassy shoes.
All right, so let's talk diamonds.
Yeah.
A lot of diamonds. When we were on the cruise, the Invicta cruise, last February, so almost a year ago, this aired and sold out in one airing within minutes. It sold out very, very quickly, and we've not had an opportunity to get any back since then. Probably because of the quantity of diamonds. There are almost 500 diamonds on this watch. It is a classic Boltzeus. It is a reserve Boltzeus. It features 466 diamonds totaling almost 2 carats. And today we can get it home to you so you can wear it on the upcoming cruise for $235. We have how many remaining at this point, guys? Fewer than 70 pieces to go around. You can be wearing this on the cruise for $235.83 and spend the next 6 months living in it as you pay it off monthly, interest-free.
Can you believe that?
It's one of the most drop-dead gorgeous diamond Boltzeuses ever done.
It is, and you know, I wonder if the network got the full production run here too, because I know there are very limited productions, so this might be one of the only places to get into this premium build here, guys. Always going to be a limited build. Always limited because it's sourcing almost 500 diamonds per watch, almost 2 carats. It's building one of the most beautiful watches ever, most complex. That's at reserve level quality Boltzeus. This is how you dress it up to a T. We talk about Boltzeus being Grail level. This is it. Dress it up even further. I love the lug systems. This is the only watch we've seen in quite some time with the diamonds in the lug system. I mean, we've done it before, but it's been a very, very long time. And for me, when I see something like this, you know that the watch manufacturers really put a lot of time into this. It's about machining out that system, adding even more of the diamonds in the lugs. But it's almost like there's so many diamonds on this piece, it can't be contained. And that's where it's spilling out into the lug system. I love that we put the sportier chronograph on the inside. It's not the Z60. It is the Ronda 5040D on the inside. That is a Swiss-made movement on the inside. The subdials are done perfectly in white mother of pearl. So this is combining top quality materials with the diamonds, building that Grail piece.
Do you love it?
I love it.
Do you really love it?
Bellissima.
Bellissimo.
There it is.
Can you tell we've been on the air for hours and hours and hours? We are going to transition from watches to home. We're going to take care of your home in 2019. Laura Duffick is here with the Tiffany Style Lighting. Jorge Perez is here with exquisite Waterford. And there's a lot of booze on the set, so I think it's going to be a really fun show.
There is a lot of booze.
I might even hang out. You never know. And Brian and that jacket.
Get a load of this. You want to move the sequence?
So this is what I think we need to do.
Look at
Because
this.
Brian Kessler is dressed to the nines.
You want to try this watch on?
I'm just thinking a diamond watch.
Do I
with
need
this
it with
jacket.
this jacket?
Yeah, you do.
Come on. I don't know if you need it. So we're going to put Brian.
Where's the model area?
In the model area, right over here. Just right over there between the two tables. Just stand right there. Because they want to get your shoes. Not that far, not that far.
No, I know. Hang on. I need luggage.
There you go.
Oh, jeez. All right.
How do we open this thing?
They want to see your
there's a button.
shoes. You just covered up your shoes.
Okay.
Are those velvet pants?
Yes.
Holy cow.
Are these diamonds?
Yes, they're diamond.
Okay.
Look at
So how do we
you
do
rocking
this?
it.
It's as if I'm waiting for my driver.
There's a button on there. You just press on the end of the handle.
Oh,
You see it? Yeah, you press that, then you just pull up.
So
There you go.
show up for the cruise, Brian
Yeah.
Kessler.
Could you
Captain's
imagine me
table,
just down
Captain's table every night.
Down on the wharf, standing here like this for the cruise?
Yeah, I could actually.
Oh my gosh, people would be like, call somebody.
Look at
how
you
is
rocking that.
How is this? You like? I love the
No,
watch.
I think it's hot on you.
How many diamonds in this?
Brian, that's almost 2 full carats.
466 diamonds. Can you imagine
Amazing.
setting them?
Man, and these sparkle even in this light.
I know. It's crazy,
This is
isn't
the
it?
real deal. Yeah.
Look at you, look good.
Just
I don't know if it's the watch that's the real deal or if it's Brian that's the real deal.
Just going to get my room.
Just going.
My state cabin.
You mean your suite? Just going to
Yeah.
my massive estate on the ship.
Yeah, with windows.
I'll trade you.
Yeah, no inside cabin for me. All right, you guys have fun.
Thank you, Brian.
Brian is thinking right now, I am not walking into any studio that she is in ever again.
How do I follow you two off?
It's not happening. No, it's not. This is too big for me. But I would love to see this if you could put a bug in somebody's ear in a woman's version.
Yeah, absolutely.
When's the last time we did a Bolt Zeus diamond for the women? With
like
a lot
this
of diamonds.
one with the lugs, it's been quite some time, so that would be absolutely cool to get into something like that. But this is the variation. You want that design. You know that you love the Bolt Zeus. If you're that collector, you may have, dive cases full of different executions. You want to get the best. You want to get the most premium variation dressed up in diamonds. That's what this is. This is the premium diamond variation. Now, next we're going to show you another Bolt Zeus, which is modified from the original generation in different ways. This, though, is the Generation 1 with diamonds on the dial, diamonds on the lug system, mother of pearl, super luminova on the hands and hour markers, so it glows very bright during low light situations. But keep in mind, at Invicta, we do it right. It's still built to true professional dive specifications. Nothing low quality on this design whatsoever.
This is really a masterpiece. Just look at this. Every single millimeter has design interest. Every single angle is strikingly beautiful. And the thing about this watch is this is investment dressing. This is a piece that will tell your story every day you walk out the door. Mm-hmm. Every time you shake a new partner's hand, every time you introduce yourself to a new potential client, this is that piece that's going to make a statement. I can only guarantee that price for this event.
Statement piece.
And this is our final 8 minutes. Final 8 minutes before we pass the torch, before we pass the orb.
Pass the orb. That's true, yeah.
All right, well, we've been teasing and teasing. Justin's been teasing this since yesterday, the Bolt Zeus Tria. This has been MIA for 3 years.
Just over half gone already?
Yeah, we have 3 dozen left. The last time you saw this was November of 2015. When we first debuted it, before then, it was $1,400 and sold out every time. Today, we're taking it down from almost $1,900 to $699.99. There will only be 3 dozen more of you who will get it. And then who knows when, if and or when it will return again, right?
Look at this. I mean, this is beautiful. This is that watch that you've all seen probably wrist shots of, and you've all wished and hoped that you could get into something like this. It is back after 3 years. So this is the Tria, which you're going to get into the 3 different movements. You have the 2 movements on, 1 movement on each side, which is actually the Swiss-made Ronda 1063. The crown, so you can independently set them, is right there. But you're going to notice even the dial is custom on both sides. Custom bezel design, held in place with the screws that you see right there. When I turn this to the other side, you'll see the other one on the side. Once again, the crown, but even different designs on the dial here. So we've highly modified this. Then talk about modifications. Typically on a watch, the crown is right here at the 3 o'clock position. We got rid of that so we could integrate all this cool design, not only on both sides with the movement, but you still have the cables. By the way, this is more cable work than the traditional one. That's a chronograph, because when you have the crown and function pushers, it's missing the middle one. So this has more cable work than the traditional one. But then you're noticing the crown and function pushers nestled perfectly in that 6 o'clock position on the lug system. This is the crown, reserve level quality badging. These are the function pushers. Now, you're going to notice what's happening on the dial. That features a movement very highly sought after. That is the Ronda MasterTech Caliber 8040N. Typically, when it's not modified inside the case, it kind of looks like this, right? The snapback retrograde day of the week, parts of the chronograph, the subdials, a big date down here. But because it's rotated, now it's working this way. That is a chronograph, so you can track elapsed time with the function pushers here. Very easy to do that. But if you want to get into a design that's very highly sought after. It's this watch right here.
It's a very cool look. The fit is fabulous on this. Now,
Yeah.
it is a thick watch. I'm not going to lie to you. But those links are very flexible. You're going to be able to wear it very easily. $116.67. That's your investment to get it home. $116.67. Plus the shipping and tax. Once you get it home, you wear it. This is not layaway. This stays away with you. So you wear this over the first 6 months as you pay it off monthly interest-free in 6, equal payments. 628422 is the item number. This is our final item of the hour. There is no Invicta on the air tomorrow. It's mostly home, Waterford Crystal, Tiffany style lighting. I'll see you tomorrow night, I think, for Tiffany style lighting.
Okay.
Then we have an Invicta show on New Year's Day, on Tuesday night.
Look at this.
But then there's not any Invicta for a while. And then you'll have to look for us down in Florida.
Yeah.
The week of the 17th, 18th, something
Working on
like
my
that.
tan.
Yeah.
Look at this.
I hope it's going to be warm down there.
I don't know what the temperature is supposed to be.
Well, it'll be warmer than here.
Probably.
That's for sure.
Maybe.
Well, in about 3 minutes, we want to invite you to stay tuned. We're kicking off our huge, fancy schmancy New Year event. And we're going to start with your home. And we're going to start with the orb. In our Tiffany style lighting. Those were beautiful. I mean, that picture is okay, but when we saw Brian with those, they're absolutely gorgeous. By the way, I do want to remind you that our entire website is open 24/7, and our Invicta boutique is fantastic. So if you're looking for a watch outside of what we offered in our show today, hasn't been sized yet, you can find all of those great watches online at evine.com and get a sneak peek as to what the top selling items for this New Year's Eve weekend are. We've got some great Invicta boutiques. We have other watch brands outside of Invicta as well, so check them all out online at evine.com. And 6 Value Pay, I think, is available on all of them. The Tria has been absent for 3 years. Will we, once the 2 dozen that we now have, ever see it again? We don't know. Will we see it again within the next 3 years? We don't know. We had a Sapphire Ghost that took 10 years.
10 years, decade.
To get
full
back
decade,
in stock.
Yep.
So it's a cool look. It's a sharp look. Every customer who's called us today and talked about theirs absolutely loves it. And I'm just thrilled that we have an opportunity to put it on sale for you tonight and save you well over $1,100, and that we have an opportunity to offer you the chance to wear it as you pay it off monthly, interest-free. So when are you back? Do you even know, like in a week or so?
Oh, yeah, I'd have to
Power
look.
play in a week, maybe?
I don't know.
You're just lucky to have a couple days off.
Yeah.
That's all you're thinking
It's
about.
all good. But if you're that collector and you really want those rare pieces, this is one of those watches that's always going to be rare. It's always going to be rare. So when these sell out, I can guarantee you it's going to be a while.
Yeah.
It's going to be a while, maybe years before you get into this style again. That's why
And don't
everybody is
email us
called up.
and say, hey, can I get it now? Is it coming back? Because we don't know.
Because if you do that, you're going to miss out. You're going to miss out right here.
So true.
Miss out. 20 seconds.
We're tired. Thanks
I'm
for
not
hanging
tired.
with us.
I'm good.
For the next...
I might go on a diaper run right now.
You are? Are there any stores? Well, there's some
Listen,
stores
I
you
live
can buy diapers.
dangerously.
I do not shop
I
this
live
late at night.
dangerously.
Wow. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. There are some great highlights we want to share with you. A reminder on the Man of War Ghost Automatic, which I haven't seen since last June.
You know what? I think there's just a couple left, right?
There are, and that price goes up in like 3 minutes.
Beautiful. We had a
Because it's the
great
end of the
show.
day.
These watches.
Also, keep in mind the lowest priced Bolt Zeus Magnum from the Reserve Collection is still available at the lowest price, so grab that as well. And most of these pieces have received all 5-star reviews. So there's that Man of War, last call at that price. That price goes up in just a couple of minutes. Here is the lowest priced Bolt Zeus Magnum in our inventory. And by the way, that's on a bracelet. And the brown mother of pearl capsule is gone. Only the blue